Alrighty, and we are live. Hello and welcome you all to Rollets of Fate. Today we'll play our modified version of Curses Strahd, Dining in Barovia for a D8 inspiration.
Barovia.
Okay.
Yeah. What the?
Welcome to
Okay,
Dark
so you got three
Horde!
D8s.
Dark Horde, Dark Horde, Dark Horde!
Are we waiting? Okay.
More livelier
So
in
I
here.
guess,
Everyone's
I
pretty
guess,
happy.
yeah, I guess everyone except Bas gets an inspiration. Because actually, Bas wasn't here last week. So, Bas, we're doing a new thing that
Yeah.
if you say Barovia in a falsetto voice, you get a D8 inspiration.
Okay, that's fine.
So you know for next week.
No.
And I heard Julia, didn't I? I did hear Julia faintly. Did you, Julia?
Yes, 100% I did.
Okay, all right. Make a deception check. Yeah, okay. So you guys who said Barovia, you know who you guys are. You get inspiration, okay?
Yep.
Thank you very much for that. And yeah, it should be a fun game like every week. That sounded like really egocentric. Yeah, it will be fun, I'm sure. Our guys are all here, so welcome them all. And with that welcome, could you guys please introduce yourselves, if you please desire, starting with, let's do Bas, if you're okay, ready, please introduce your class, race, and your character, and you.
Hey guys, I am playing Bloodwick Turtle, which is a barbarian maniac, now suffering from depression.
Yeah, and who happens to have an ankle, like a restraint that is turning him into lawful good, actually, unfortunately
Yeah.
for you, Bas.
Yeah,
All right,
that's it really.
cool.
I'll pass it on to Mo.
Thanks, Baz. Hi, my name is Mo. I am playing. Who am I playing again? Cabal. That's the one. Cabal, Bloodhunter Goliath. Yeah, we are. We're just having a nice time waiting for Sway as he goes around, running around, and with the eye with him, God knows he might just get consumed, and Tom will have to roll another character. Is that right, Tom? And I'll throw it to Tom.
Don't you worry, my friend. The eye is saved in the raspberry jam. Nothing can pass through
Oh, that's true.
the raspberry red. Okay, hi everyone. I'm Tom. I'm playing Sway Silverspear. I'm a Phantom Menace. No, Phantom Rogue.
Phantom Menace.
And
It's a bit of both, I think.
Yep, confirmed.
and a man of many faces, but usually only one. No, really. And I'm gonna pass it to Julia.
Thank you, Tom. Hi, everyone. I'm Yulia. I am playing Saphira, who is a druid, Circle of the Moon, and also a half-elf. And she is with everyone in the tavern, waiting for Sway. And she's currently a ghost dragon, I think. And I guess I'll pass it to Neil. And he muted himself.
Yep, I did it wrong. Hey, I am Neil. I am playing Lilith, who is the Warforged Cleric of the Grave. Nothing possibly can go wrong today with one guy running around with a particular eye in a jam jar. What can go wrong? And I will pass it on to Martin.
Oh, hello guys, I'm Martin. I'm playing just Real, Dark Chronology Wizard, who's been very quiet while he's been here because there's no voices in his head. And yeah, I think the eye will go to his, rightful owner. Anyway, I will pass it back to Cisco.
Right. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for introducing yourselves. And I'll pass it to Mo to do our announcements. I am Cisco Blanco, your storyteller, and I will play everyone else in this world. Back to you, Mo. Thank you.
Right, yeah. Anyone that has not seen any of our previous episodes from any of our campaigns, that includes this campaign, Dining in Barovia, the Tuesday one, which is the Candlekeep Mysteries, and the Wednesday, the Eye of Observation. You can catch up all the previous episodes on our YouTube channel, which is at Rollers of Fate D&D. We also have one-shots there, so please, if you have not followed or subscribed, please do so and spread the word so that other people can enjoy the adventures too. Those who want to send us fan art, please send it to rollersoffatednd@gmail.com. And we have a Twitch channel, which is at Fate D&D, where you can catch up-to-date news about our channel and other D&D related news too. And finally, what is the final stuff? Yes, that's it. This campaign is dark and gory and has a lot of things that happen. Kids being killed, murder, swear. There is a mention of racism, but there's no racism. I can assure you. Yes, and all of that. So if there's anything that you guys don't like, please just step away for a moment and then come back, and I'm sure we would have moved from that scene. Yeah, and I'll pass it back to you, Cisco. Go ahead.
Amazing. Thank you very much for that, Mo. All right. Thanks for all. Oh, lastly, I think Mo mentioned, please give us a follow if you haven't done it already, so you can get our stream. I think he did mention it. All right. Thanks to all of you for being here, playing with me today. And to everyone who's tuning in at home, please make yourselves comfortable and settle in as we are about to dive into the mist of Ravenloft. From the realms of light they came, bringing freedom and justice in their name. Salvation follows wherever they go, extinguishing darkness with their glow. Previously, the outsiders ended Strahd and captured his soul in a relic retrieved from the past. The timeline was changed and afterwards rectified, returning all lost memories. Now, our heroes have traveled to Darkon to stop the destruction brought by the Golden Star that appeared in the domains of Dread after Azalin Rex's escape. The celestial anomaly absorbs the souls of the dead, turning them into zombies. After escaping the sewers, corpse flowers, and finding the obsidian chapel of Karsus and the Nameless One, Saphira was killed by a spell coming from the statue in the altar. The group accompanied Brick Candlefoot, carrying her lifeless body through the busy streets. By the market, the golden eye of Vecna fell off from her eye socket as the following events occurred. Tricklecam, the zombie, re-emerged from the burning building, grabbing the eye and running away deeper through the stalls area of the market. Simultaneously, two undead swarms also followed, as well as a thief, a couple of street urchins, and a vendor. Beckoned by the people's scream, Lilith also reunited with the group, and Saphira's formless body also became a zombie. Her spirit merged with the assumed destroyed in the fall dragon egg wormling, yet his soul already resided within her, explaining how the drakes behaved unusual around her, confirming that Saphira is a magnet for lost ghosts. Perplexed by the incorporeal dragon appearance, the group joined the chase. Cabal rushed ahead, empowered by hemocratic magic, bloodied wings, and a spear in hand, harming foes on the way. Sided by Real, who teleported others, and himself, aided by the magic of the weave, shortening their distance and slowing down their quarry with freezing blast. Lilith channeled divine force from beyond the grave, turning Saphira's corpse zombie into dust, whilst Claudio guarded Brick, who shortly after joined the fray too. Saphira, in ghost dragon form, cleared the path with intimidating presence and natural weapons, and Sway activated his flying cloak and shot fire arrows from above until in unison the outsiders overcame all obstacles, ended Tricklecam, and retrieved the sentient eye that continued to cast evil spells as Sway held it, until contained in a jam-filled jar. that he procured undetected, hearing the whispers of Orphan's Brick betrayal, and he dealt with it on the process right away. As the rest of the group entered the Twinkle Toddler Inn, meeting with their iconic ally Rudolf van Richten, Sway reached Rivalis Rivalis for a unique, magical, enchanted lead container, as suggested by Lilith, and finding a magical shop called Magical Remedies instead on the way. And this is where our story begins tonight, or continues tonight, shall I say. The Twinkle Toddler is as you entered, all of you, you saw this beautiful chocolate-like decorated building with candies, almost like a circus motifs all around it on the outside, bringing back nostalgia and feelings of homecoming. For those of you who had a childhood, I'm sorry. Inside is dimly illuminated, except the light elemental Tin that is performing on the stage. He's singing with this spectacular voice that resonates through the whole place, almost like a divine harmony. And Saphira, I remember you looking to it and making some kind of connection in a way. Van Richten, you see him in a table surrounded by sycophants, admirers. On this occasion, Piccolo, his monkey, his little capuchin, is actually on his shoulder with this tutu, pink tutu, as usual. And it seems like everyone is like so into Van Richten's. You hear questions, people asking for autographs and all sorts. And that's how you are there. What do you guys do? I'll say for now, Sway is not with you. We'll go back to Sway in a minute. So, all of you are there listening to this performance.
We notice Van Richten, right?
Yes, you see, surrounded by people, Van Richten is in a corner, yeah.
Alright, I'll just nudge whoever's next to me, one of the party, and then point towards Van Richten. And slowly, as the performance going along, start heading towards him.
Alright.
Saphira will follow as well.
Everybody's going away from the dragon.
Yeah, you see.
I just follow the dragon.
Yeah, you see, Saphira, that the people are quite shocked of your presence, but they are quite respectful as well, and no one is actually making it too obvious. You just see them whispering with your passive inside, like, "Oh, look at that dragon. It's so small, like different. Is it a ghost?" Like all these kind of whispers around you.
Wait,
He's just gonna ignore it.
did someone say that dragon is so small?
Yes, that's what someone said.
You should eat them, Saphira.
How small is the dragon?
You are large, so normal. You know that a dragon, normally a large dragon it will be the size of an kind of like adult teenager dragon, you know. So you are like getting there. A wormling is even smaller than you. That will be a baby dragon, but you are kind of like in the border of that.
Okay.
So you are like around roughly 9 feet, something like that, tall.
Okay.
Van Richten.
As you said, Van Richten, the whole like 20 people that are around him look at you, staring up and down as Van Richten stands up and, "Oh, my friend, finally you come. I've been waiting forever. What took you so long?" And he starts like stands his hand to give you a handshake, Cabal, and does the same with all of you, like quite enthusiastic. You can see he's quite happy to see you.
Can we go somewhere more private?
Of course, straight to the point. That's what I like, you outsiders. I put a little image in the chat on the screen. That's how the inn looks like roughly. If you could please center it for us and our viewers. And it looks like a very unusual kind of building like that, almost like candy painted and decorated with it. Yes, of course, we can go to my room. Oh my god, what is this? And which creature are
I'm
you?
real. What do you mean? I am real. I look the same.
Oh, and you notice as well that sitting with Van Richten is actually Bloodwick as well on the same table.
Oh.
What are you? This looks at you, Saphira, looking at your ethereal form.
I suppose I'm a dragon. It's Saphira. Sorry, I don't remember. Did Saphira meet him before?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Correct me if you believe different, though. I think you met him briefly once in in Castle Ravenloft. Yeah, you met him in
Okay.
Castle Ravenloft. Yeah.
Okay.
He only came briefly.
Cool. It's Saphira, actually.
Oh, Saphira! Oh my God! Is that one of your? I noticed you were a druid. Is that a wondrous wild shape? I've never seen anything like this before.
This is a long story, let's say.
Oh, don't worry. We all have long stories to tell. No judgment here. Feel free to change to yourself whenever you're ready. And he kind of like looks to the side, kind of like any of you who has like a passive insight higher than a 15 can see that he's a bit uncomfortable as well as you real with this dragon somehow. But he said, all right, so let's follow me. Let's go to my room. I have a room upstairs. And the place itself, as the show keeps going, the people are clapping, the music kind of changes a little to a more like a chimey kind of music, similar to what you are listening to on the stream, like ambient kind of chimey, creepy music. And the people start getting the drinks from the bar. Van Richten shouts towards towards a man. Well, a man is an statement. He's very pale, like ghostly pale, black circles under the eyes, white hair, kind of like quite effeminate. You at some point you aren't sure whether he's a man or a girl. But then once he speaks, his voice sounds masculine. He says, "The usual coming up, boss," and he says that with a very strong, like New Yorker Italian accent, kind of thing, mafia accent, and you see that he goes in the bar and starts preparing some set of drinks or something like that, like bottles going a tray and stuff. And as you are following Van Richten up this spiral staircase, actually, I'll give you this map as well, just so you guys have an idea how the inn looks like. So the stage is kind of like a little bit concise. So the stage is in a separate room, like almost like following this around that corner behind the bar, and there is like a stage area. And this is the top view and bottom view. So this is the upstairs area where you are now gonna be going. And as you see here, there is a room that has like access to this little lounge area there. So Van Richten will take you through those stairs up and then enter through a room that seems to be his. And take you straight to that table, illuminated on the very corner here. Yes, here. And it says, "Oh, please
I don't
take
think
a
we
seat."
can see where you're pinging.
Oh, really? Why is that? Oh, because I'm on the GM layer. Okay. Yeah, here.
Ah, there we go.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he kind of like takes you from those stairs and then go to the corner room all the way and then goes through there. All right, so finally, you have arrived. I've been waiting here for days. Where have you been doing? I thought that it was a pressing matter. Why have you taken so long?
I mean, how long has it been since you've been here?
Almost 2 weeks. I mean, time moves different here. Actually, I should mention that. It's very unusual, but as you know, the domains of dread time is a bit unusual, but it has been 2 weeks.
Hmm. Did you have any dealings with the Baron here? Or the Burgomaster?
Oh, you mean with the Burgomaster? No. Actually, I have some news for you. Already people are commenting. Apparently tomorrow there is gonna be a celebration in town, where a town lunch, a barbecue celebration, is only a lunch thing, so we can proceed and go in our way just right after it. But apparently they wanna give you some kind of gift, and it's an honoring ceremony in public for the announcement of the new Burgomaster, and you are being asked to attend as well, along with me, if that's all right with you.
That was very quick. He just died like 20 minutes ago.
Well, this coup was actually, you are not aware of this, but we kind of, I might have or not interfere a little, but this coup was happening either way. In a couple of days, it was all arranged that Citrus Rotpipe will take over from Plum. So the town itself was ready for it.
What about his son? His son is still alive.
His son, Brick, well, I mean, they don't deserve to die. I hope they are alive. I'm sure you protect them well and took them out. Where did you leave them?
I look towards Real. Just mentioned he died.
I mean, the Burgomaster and his wife died a heroic death in the sewers, killed by undead creatures.
I mean, Real,
Oh.
there's
Yeah.
nothing heroic about dying in the sewers.
Well, I don't know what to say. It was heroic for me, but yeah, sure.
Oh,
But Brick is
God.
alive. Brick survived, and
Thanks God. At least one of them to tell.
I don't know.
the tale.
We lost him in the market. He was there, and then I don't
that's
know where
good
he
news.
is.
I mean, they are scoundrels, and we have already prepared for them. Not for them, because not all of them are responsible, but a trial will be held. But now you told me, I'm sorry to hear. Oh, poor them. I better send a message to Cydrus before.
The son is
After this.
actually is a good egg compared to his parents.
Yeah, X. That's the problem in this matter, isn't it? Poor
Yeah, there was something about
frog
eggs.
Willy.
Yeah.
Dragon egg.
Yes.
Uh,
And I mean, Bloodwick here was telling me all the adventures. What a ordeal! Defeating Sibylna and all that. That must have been. You guys are impressive, really. She's a very powerful archfey. I don't know how you did that, but well done.
Did you have dealings with her as well?
I mean, you know me. Everyone knows me. I know everyone here. So dealings is a bit of a big word, but we were acquainted. I always thought she was rather pleasant, I have to say.
Did
But
you sleep with her like Real did?
that's a bit personal. I beg your pardon. You see that you kind of like all of you can make an inside check actually.
Oh, I'm so upset that I'm so exhausted. I have disadvantage. Oh, I'm even more upset now.
Oh no. Yes. So only you, Cabal, actually, you notice he blushes in a very unusual way. He's quite good at keeping the composure, but you see he kind of like, for a second, there is like a confirmation, perhaps. Unsure whether he slept, but he probably must have fancied her, 100% sure.
She has a child, a demigod of a child, who wishes to be released.
What? Sibylna? But I'm not aware of that. I mean, Sibylna is... Oh, yes, of course. Of course. I mean, I don't... How do you know this information? That's quite new stuff.
It was the abbot that told us.
Oh, wow. So, what's the name of this child of her? Will you happen to know it? So, perhaps I can research a bit on it.
Let me check my notes.
Yeah.
Luz or a juice?
Yeah. I use. Yeah.
I use.
Or I use. Yeah.
Do I go down here?
Hmm.
I don't.
Oh, I use. I've never heard that name. Damn. And you said he had it with a demon lord, demon prince.
No, he is
Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm metagaming. I thought that you did say that, but I'm not 100% sure now.
I mean, I don't know how much he knows anyway, but Kabal would just say he is bound to guard a prison, perhaps you could say, forever
That's
to prevent something to be unleashed into the
like a
world
guardian, yeah?
by force. But now he's looking for other means, and this things that he is looking for are things that are of great power and also great danger to us all. Have you
And
ever...
as though,
Go ahead.
as you just so we don't leave Tom too long feeling unwanted. As you say those common ominous words, remember the question, like have you heard of something with this power before? And then we'll go back to right there if everyone is okay with that. As we cut back to the other side of town, where you are there, Sway, you are at the moment in this arcane shop. All around you, you see different unusual trinkets like monkey paws, like skulls, like all sorts of unusual magic, kind of like witchcrafty, you will say. Like you've seen enough hacks around to know that there's very likely. And this woman, older woman, dark skin, kind of like glimmering, she's got bright green hair, and full of trinkets, like all things dangling for her, this kind of like gossamer greenish dark dress that she's wearing, like loose. And she's there looking at you. Okay, so my dearie, so as we were talking, and she's holding this little cube that you already purchased from her. I'll give you a little bit of visual of how the streets of Rivalis look like as well. I'll change the picture more, one sec. So this is kind of like the dark-on feel, how the streets look. And she says, so, will this be it, or do you want to purchase something else, dear?
Of course, I mean, like, I'm just like, before she said this, I'm kind of lost in looking around. There is so many things, and I'm super happy with my purchase. It was like really good. So I'm still looking if something catches my attention, maybe, like before I leave.
Okay.
Should I roll? Maybe, like,
sure.
I don't know. Just like, I'm not looking for anything particular. It's just like
go ahead.
Some
little trinket or something.
Like little trinket or some brooch or something, like for...
Of course, yeah. Please make a perception check.
Perception, yeah. Okay, 23.
Okay, 1 second. With a 23. Okay, let me see here. Okay. You see an unusual looking finger bone. It's kind of like the hand of the creature. The unusual thing is that you cannot figure out from which creature comes from. You've never seen anything like this. It looks almost like a shape of a finger, but it's made out of something like a goo, like almost, but it's holding together, almost like wax. But it's kind of like unusually spongy looking, and it's got a very kind of like a sharp nail at the end of it.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? That's unusual. I've been around for a while, but I've never seen creature like this. What is this?
This is the very powerful thing. This is the finger of a bride that died on her wedding.
Oh no.
It's very
where's
powerful.
the rest of that?
Sorry?
Where's the rest of her? I'm gonna kind of like roll my eyes, like thinking, like in my okay.
If you were to give
Okay.
it to an enemy or someone you really dislike, this person will feel great despair for as long as they have it.
I don't know. It sounds appealing, but then in the end, if it was
enemies, my dear. I'm sure you have.
No, of course,
lethal enemies as well.
That's why. I mean, like, I was just thinking that if something made me feel uneasy, maybe I would find it earlier. So it's not such a convenient item to put in someone's pocket.
I mean, you could put it inside that box that I'm selling you for now. On the cube. Actually, I should explain you how to open the cube as well. But if you were to purchase the finger, I'll do you a special price. 15 gold pieces. It's
Okay, that
very
sounds
simple.
reasonable. I mean, like, you never know when you can use that bride's finger, right?
I mean, you just spent. She kind of like smiles in a awkward way, and for a second, you see in her eyes an hourglass that turns really fast inside her iris, like, and it turns, and you are even unsure whether that was real or not. Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's make a deal.
All right. So 25 gold pieces. Yeah. She says.
What? You just says 15.
Oh, I'm sorry. My age, dearie. And she kind of like scratches her green hair.
No, you've been very helpful. I'll give you 20.
Oh, and you're sweetie. Oh, thank you. And she kind of
yeah,
like
right?
materialized a skeletal mage hand that looks like her hands. You see her hands as they are, like I described, and they are very long hands, like arms. You never seen, like, they don't match the body. Like, almost if she had them all the way, she would almost touch the floor with her hands. And with that, you see this real hand move, and from it, this skeletal mirror of it comes out, take the finger, and puts it on the counter that is almost made of green moss and has some mushrooms growing on it. She picks up the box, the square cube that you just purchased from her, that looks like the one from Hellraiser, pretty much, with all these intricate combinations. And with the mage hand, ethereal mage hand, she moves it around, holding it with a twister, these long wooden tweezers, like almost like chopsticks. And she starts doing this combination. Look at this and remember. And she starts moving the box like quite fast and making all these combinations. And then eventually you see the box starts to rearrange itself, open. And in the moment it opens, you hear like almost like
oh my god,
howl.
what's going on? Did you just raise hell?
Oh, that happens. I mean, the place is, like I explained you, this is not a regular box. This is a portal to the abyss. A little demi-plane portal in the abyss.
Oh, wait. But I need something that is very enclosed.
Yes, this is 100% guaranteed secure. It's a demi-plane within the abyss, like a little room. So nothing can in or out. 100%. That's why it's so pricey. I know you wanted something to contain a powerful item. This is 100% infallible.
Inside check.
Okay, make an inside check.
Oh well.
With a 14, you think she's telling the truth.
Okay.
So, but if you were to enter the wrong combination, perhaps, well, it's never happened before. What are the odds?
Well, what would happen anymore?
Oh, it's never happened before, so I don't actually know.
I mean, I'm just buying the item for a lot of money. You should tell me, really. You should know.
Make a persuasion check. Sorry, her
Okay.
voice keeps changing from Van Richten's to Claudio to
It's fine.
an old
It's the
lady.
accent. It's the
I'm
local
all over.
accent. Yeah?
I'm all over with the voice today. Whoa, nice. 26. Well, perhaps a little demon could come. She says, like almost like a whisper. Perhaps a little demon could come. She says, but only little.
Would it be friendly to me?
Perhaps not, but you are. Look at you. And she kind of like looks up and down. You are an adventurer. Nothing that you couldn't.
I mean,
take
yeah, of course.
easily.
Right.
But there is that chance. Just mechanically, out of character, I added the item in your character sheet, and you see there is called Abyssal Cube. So every time you roll it, because she showed you how to use it, you will have to roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Then,
That's
to
super.
remember.
So anyone else can do it as well, right?
No, only you, because you are the only one who's seen her doing it.
Oh, but it's so crap because my intelligence is like +1. That's like my second worst stat.
And if you roll really, really bad, then you will roll on a D100 table. And then if you were to roll below your level, so the possibility is very low, you will have like a less than a 5% chance or 3% chance to actually for that to happen.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Life of adventure,
Yes,
it can happen. Anything can happen, right?
But I guarantee you, this is the more secure thing you can ever get. Nothing can enter that space.
I take you for your word. Thank you very much.
She starts packing the finger. She kind of like takes this like velvet piece of cloth and she wraps it around it with the mage hand and the chopsticks and puts like a little string made out of like a kind of some forest material, like a piece of wood, dry, kind of like a, how is it called? Wick. Yeah. Wicker. And then she kind of like, all right, fantastic. And she specs for the 20 gold pieces extra that you told her you will give her for the finger.
Okay.
And you can add Finger of the Bride to your inventory. Remember, if you give it will bring you despair for now. So as you kind of like hold it for a second, you feel like so sad, like almost like your eyes to start to go like a manga character.
Oh no!
Like you feel like so gloom.
Okay. Yes, I just pack it away and I make my way.
All right, fantastic.
So I don't know where is the rest. Last time I remember, the rest of the people were still on the market by the burning house.
Yeah, the Van Richten is staying in an inn called the Twinkle Toddler. You all are aware of that.
So then I just make my way. If I pass by the building with the orc or whatever it was, I'm just gonna buy. Actually, I'm just gonna go back on my way and buy some more raspberry jam of him.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
As you go through the stall, each raspberry jam costs 5 silver. 5 silver. Actually, for now, that's way too expensive. 3 silver pieces for each jar.
Okay.
And there is this man, like a dwarven man, kind of like as you expect, like a typical dwarf to look like. And how many would you like to get from that?
I would like to buy.
There is different flavors. There is raspberry.
No, it's only raspberry works. I mean, this is clear. It's like it has high magical properties, so I'm just gonna kind of think for the spellcasters. I'm gonna buy for each of them raspberry. No, actually, I'm gonna buy for the whole group. Okay.
Okay, so you get 5.
Couple of jars, and I'm just gonna put in a bag of holding and make my way to the inn. Okay, so I'm not holding the rest.
So only 2 jars?
No. I buy more of them. I buy like for everyone. Okay.
5 then.
Yeah. Okay.
You buy 1 for yourself. 2.
Yeah, because I like raspberry jam to eat.
All right. Okay. So add 3 3 silver pieces each.
18.
So that will be 18 silver pieces. Could you please mark it off from your money? 18 silver pieces. Okay. -1. All right. And then you have your jam. You can add 6 jams to your inventory. I'll make a note of it and I'll help you otherwise. Yeah, and eventually you actually enter the place. You see all these different people talking, all races, but mainly halflings and humans. You see a few dwarves, a few goblins, but that's kind of like and you meet as well what seems to be the barman, who is the one of the owners of the inn. He introduces himself as Morel. Yes, Morel. That's the different guy. Your friends are on the top part, and he kind of slowly escorts as someone to escort you, and you, as you all discussing, we go back to you guys. You are in this simple room with a table, candles, a few paintings on the walls, and
Okay, so I just enter
simply
and then
decorated.
I do that.
And Cabal is asking a question as you see Cabal, as you ask your question. The door opens and you see Sway.
Well, there you are, all of you. Finally, I found you.
Oh, Sway. Good to see you, my friend.
Yes, I'm gonna shake his hand and kind of tap him on the shoulder. Hey, good to see you as well, my friend.
Yeah, you notice the monkey. He kind of like stand his hand and he kind of like touches your face, like he pats you twice on the face, like a high pat. Hey, and he kind of does like a weird thing, and he kind of goes behind his back, just dangling and looking at you. And Cabal, what was your question again?
What do you know of a creature without a hand and an eye, and a name we should not be said aloud?
Okay, I'm gonna actually make a roll from Richten, because as we discussed, Vecna is not something that people actually know that much of. He says, I guess you're speaking of that all wizard, maybe? It sounds like something. But
If you are thinking it, then it must be the same one.
It was just a evil wizard from another world that did bad things and got killed. That's as far as I know on the story.
I don't think he or it actually died. We have
That's an uncanny question, Cabal.
We have been plagued by its wondrous objects that it possesses. And
Please, could you elaborate more? I'm a bit lost here.
I point towards Saphira and say, because of the eye, she has now become this.
I'm sorry to hear how insensitive of me. I'm sorry, Saphira. He says.
And then I go toward Turtle and hold his fresh hands, a left hand and fresh, and then I'll lift it, and his left arm did this too.
Make a fate roll, Bloodwick, to see if you have a baby hand.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Oh no.
You need higher, like a 10 or higher, to have a normal hand. Okay. Yeah, you see like a fresh, it's kind of like uncannily shiny, like when you get like a sushi served in a Japanese restaurant, you think, how can it shine so much? That kind of glow, like it's so fresh, Oh, wow. Yes, it's slightly, and he kind of like, you notice as well, the color of it is slightly lighter than the rest, just a little bit like a less suntanned, Oh, I'm sorry to hear how. So how did the creature came and And cut your hand?
Disappointing.
I mean, I know you well enough, Bloodwick, to know that you are not telling me the truth. What did you do?
Oh, okay. Do we need to go into this?
I mean, if it's something, it's no big deal. But you know.
Well, kinda, went down the bad path.
Yes, I actually sense you have been so relaxed and calm, almost like you don't seem yourself lately. It's, you have an aura of inner peace, quite unusual, Bloodwick. Not that you didn't have it before, and you can see Lilith, you can see and you, Saphira, with your eye, and Sway that he's lying. That he did think that he was a bit not in peace with himself. But what is this? Is this a new approach you are taking to life, Bloodwick?
Sorry, what was that?
Is this a new approach you are taking to life? He asks you.
Yeah.
Based on your new inner peace.
Yeah. The old way didn't work.
Oh, I'm glad to hear. I mean, I always thought you were a bit too chaotic for your own good and the group. But, there has to be always the chaotic one. I mean, and he looks at you, Sway. There's always been chaotic people in this group. And Lilith, he's like goes looking. He doesn't actually make any eye contact with Cabal or you, Saphira, or you, Real. But so what? So you said you have something from this creature, Cabal?
I don't. I look towards Sway.
You're on mute, Sway.
Oh, sorry. What did you ask? Actually, I didn't hear you, DM. What you said.
So Van Richten asked Cabal whether he has something of this creature, from this creature. And then Cabal said to you, he looked at you.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
well,
you're the one who has the eye out of character.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, everyone. The eyes is secured. Nothing is gonna get to it. I found this item, and the eye is secured there. I mean, the item is not really that important, the pocket. The important is the raspberry jam, and I'm gonna hand the raspberry jams to everyone. Make sure you keep it well, because this is very powerful magical substance. It managed to contain the item, the eye.
Oh.
What?
So you can, as Sway gives you each jar of
With a serious
raspberry
face,
jam.
I mean, like, you guys need to understand that this is a serious matter when I'm hunting the jams, yes?
Yeah, so you can add to your inventory, each of you, a jar of raspberry jam.
Yeah.
Van
What?
Richten looks at you.
I'm gonna give him mine. I'm gonna kind of... I just bought for everyone, and I don't have for Wellington, so I'm just gonna take mine and give it to him.
Oh, thank you, Sway.
And not with a serious face once more.
You were gonna say something, Julia? Go ahead.
Saphira just looks at him, kind of confused, and asks, where is the eye now? What item are you talking about?
Yeah, the eye is secured, and I'm gonna take the cube out from my...
As he takes the cube out and puts it on the table, all of you see almost like a condensation comes out of it. Like the cube itself is too hot for the air around you. And Lilith, there is a pin on your cleric sense that detect abyssal origin from this item.
Oh, where did you pick this one up from, Sway?
I just made a really good deal in a shop close by. It cost
And-
nearly 5,000 gold pieces.
Wow, that is pretty expensive. What did this person look like? The one who sold you this? Because the item itself is unusual in origin.
It is, right?
Yeah, when I say unusual, it's kind of abyssal.
Yeah, Van Richten
Generally
agrees
not
with you.
good.
Don't be jealous just because you didn't find it yourself. Yeah, it's very secure, the item here. I'm gonna grab the cube and hold it.
Oh, not a problem. I would probably have not bought that myself.
Van Richten kind of looks at you, Lilith, and makes eye contact with you for a second. You see that sway as well, and he kind of like shrugs his shoulders after.
What do you want?
Oh, it's just I don't know. I mean, you guys have like an energy around you, just like my energy. You know, we all curse here in a way or another. So I'm not surprised you went to look for something to contain this item that you speak about, and came back with jam jars and abyssal magical item. But what can I say? Like looks to the floor, kind of thing, and Saphira, and you as well, Lilith, both of you detect Saphira. Almost for a second, you hear the voice of Erasmus Van Richten. You have this sense that he's close by, and you, Lilith, with your ghostly sense. Oh no, Lilith got out of the call. I'll wait for her to come back. But you, Neil, you actually sense there is some kind of a spirit on the room, as well as all of you, with your
Can I
eyes of the
see it?
grave. Actually, real, as you also have this ability, you actually see that sitting on the corner there is a stool that is actually stool that is kind of like unoccupied at the moment, and in sitting there is this young man that resembles Van Richten quite a lot, sitting
wave
there, just kind
at
of.
him.
He kind of like, as you wave, you see that he kind of like for a second almost goes through the wall as a ghost, but then he comes back and he kind of like says the same with the hand, surprised that you can see him.
I do I see you like with my two fingers pointed to my eyes, pointed at him. Yeah.
He kind of like gets to you and gets really close, real, and all of you sense for a second that the room's temperature gets a bit colder. And then he says to you, "How can you see me?"
Oh, I dealt with death before, and it has left a mark, and now I can see spirits, I guess.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. Nice to meet you. I am Erasmus Van Richten.
Oh, hi Erasmus. I am real.
Pleasure.
Sorry that you died.
No, it's okay. I mean, I guess when I died, I became my father's protector. So, in a way, I am happy somehow. I will prefer to be a ghost 1,000 lives rather than a vampire.
Seems like a smart choice.
Lilith, you 100% secure there is a ghost on the room. You sense him closer and closer. You cannot see it, but with your eyes of the grave are fully open and you actually feel it.
With that kind of sense, and then I'm assuming I'd kind of notice Real just talking to an empty space. Can I gather that the two are connected?
Yes, definitely. You could imagine like unsure what it is, but yeah, you actually get those things together. And Saphira, being an spirit yourself, somehow you are somewhere in between life and death at the moment. So you, as Erasmus stands up from the chair and gets next to Real, you actually notice as well that he's there. You see him for a second, almost like flickering form.
Okay. And would I also gather who it is from?
Yes, you met him before. You actually met him on our role-playing session. He was the boy who helped you and rescued you when you almost drowned in the river after seeing Frog Eye Willy.
Okay.
Frog Eyes Willy, sorry.
Would I sense the ghost actually with my blind sense? Just out of curiosity.
No.
Does it work? No.
You I don't think blind says sees through the. This will be something if you were able to see to the ethereal plane, maybe.
Okay. No, nothing. I was just curious, like if
Yeah.
it works like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see if I can sense it. I'd go to Real. There's a guest in this room. Is that one that should be in this room right now listening to us?
Yes, he's. I look at Van Richten. He knows this guy's here.
You don't see Van Richten reacting in any way to what is happening. Like whether he's. You aren't sure how. You know he's quite insightful, but he seems to be completely oblivious to all this somehow.
Can I whisper to Erasmus? Does your dad know you're here?
No, he can't not know. It's part of it. It's part of his curse.
So he knows.
He is not able to see me or
But he
ever
knows
perceive
you're
me.
here?
No,
Oh.
he never
Yeah.
does.
I say, yeah, he's supposed to be here.
Okay, then we'll leave that at that. Lilith will turn to look at Saphira and ask, do you want me to fix your situation now? Or would you like it? I can sort it out later on.
Fix it now! Fix it right now!
Before you answer this, Safira,
Fix it now!
make an intelligence check, adding your proficiency to it, or an insight, actually, one of the two.
Okay, give me 1 second, please.
Billy's looking in his bag. What do you need? What do you need? I give you whatever you need. Just fix it.
Bro, you should really try to get over this fear. I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's just so like shiny and no, it's like skin, but it's not skin, but it's shiny and it's
I remind you, your voice sounds real. I'm not gonna do anything to you. You know, like when you speak, it's like a proper dragon, and on Real's mind, it's like a movie. You like everything stops and the voice gets louder and louder. You're not even sure what she's saying to you, Real.
But that's a +5 to that.
Okay. So that will be a 13. Yeah, that's a 12, actually. With that, you kind of sense, you are not 100% sure of why, but you think to yourself that you remember that you saw a dragon on the lake, and you also know that this river lake is the only way to cross to where you're going. And you think to yourself, will me having this form help us to actually encounter, if we were to encounter Big Eye Willy, Frog Eye Willies? Frog Eye Willies, that sounds so wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop that. All right. So yeah, so you think that.
Okay. Maybe not at the moment, Lilith. I feel like... I know it's uncomfortable for you, Real, but I feel like this form might come in... what might be useful soon.
Okay, that's not a problem at all. When you're ready, let me know and we'll get you back in your body.
Yeah.
Well, I'll need to create a body and then put you in it. But it'll be a
Oh.
brand new body. There you go.
Van Richten will say, if you excuse me, just a few minutes, I'll need to go to the restroom. And he kind of like stands up and exits the room for a second. I'll be right back.
Does
And
the
he leaves
ghost
you.
go after him?
Yes. The ghost.
Yes, before he leaves, that must be so uncomfortable for you.
Oh, it's, I choose to go with him. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure he's okay. I won't go in the cubicle. Is that what you mean? And you see
Okay.
like a ghostly smile. And Safira, you actually at this point, when you speak, Erasmus looks at you as he's leaving, and he says, "Oh, hey, stranger.
Hello. It's nice to see you again.
Oh, I see you cracked the dragon egg." And he kind of like winks to you as he's leaving the room. See you in a second. And he kind of like follows her, the father. And he actually says to you, "I see you cracked the egg."
Yeah. I'm not sure what that means.
I mean, you know that you did crack the egg. You aren't sure what he means by that statement, but yeah, you know that you did. It fell on the combat. I remind you like what happened. You guys were in a combat and you rolled a natural one. I asked you to make a fair roll and then you failed, so the egg fell off your pack and cracked on the floor.
Okay.
Then that's how the egg got destroyed, allegedly.
Okay.
And as them two leave the room, the ghost and Van Richten, you are left with a few minutes to discuss your next plan of action or whatever you want.
I think depending on how much time we have, I might try and make a potion or two.
I mean, we have to go to the castle and do the blood thing so that people don't keep coming back as zombies.
Oh yeah,
But,
let's do that.
But I think we might have somebody waiting for us there, so we might want to get ready.
Roll a
Oh,
d4, Lilith, if you want. And this will be the number of potions you've done during the 5 days of downtime that you were not here. You have four potions. Make 4 fate rolls. So just roll 4 d20s. Okay, so you have 2 regular and 2 greater, and you can discount. So it's 190 for each greater. So that's 180 and 40 for each regular. So 180 and 80, right?
Wait, how much is it for greater?
So for when you make them, for a greater is 90 gold pieces.
Okay.
And for a
180.
regular, 40. So you have 2 of each. So please discount that from your and adjust it accordingly. So that will be 100 and yeah. So 100 and yeah. Okay. Okay. So 260, I believe. 260 gold pieces off, and then you have 2 and 2 potions. But yeah, sorry. Keep going, guys.
Well, it was like maybe when Richten has been to the castle, because I don't remember any of it, and Darkolos didn't give me the plans, so.
When you say there's someone waiting for us, someone good, someone bad?
No, the other Rex clone. And probably our friend that's possessed, Exethander.
Oh, and he's good or bad now?
I don't know, I feel like it's the same situation with me, but he gave into the darkness more than I did. So I think he's being controlled by Asalin. It's Seldrix Rex, right? Seldrix.
Okay.
Which one is it?
So you know the 3 clones are Darkalus, Seldrix, and
The one that died.
Yeah, Iris. I always forget his name. It is Salhonen. So you know those two are one is with you, the other one is dead. So yeah, it must be Seldrix. But you also aren't sure whether Seldrix is there or he's just sending Exethander instead of him. You are not sure. You also know that somehow there is a lot of Blinsky's toys appearing around here, so that could be a clue to something too. You know that that Blinsky left Barovia and betrayed Strahd. You don't know where he went after that.
Are we in the domain of dread?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You are in a neighbor domain of dread called Darkon, who is used to be the domain of dread where Asalin Rex used to live before he left and escaped the domains of dread to become who he is now, and these 3 clones and all that. So you know that Strahd and Asalin are enemies, like live enemies. So if Blinsky wanted to be really horrible and betray Strahd all the way, he will be joining Asalin Rex forces that go
Well,
against
Darkon is a
Strahd.
much nicer domain. I mean, you know, he is much nicer. The weather is better. There is less mist. So, you know, this is an upgrade to Barovia. As you can see, really.
Out of game, what is the Ghost Dragon Beacon?
The Ghost Dragon Beacon?
Yeah.
Beacon? What do you mean? Beacon?
There was a dragon beacon in Barovia in the Argynvost, right?
Yeah, there was the Beacon of Argynvost. That is the thing that on the
It's giving us
Argynvost
+1.
Vault, it gives you +1 to saves and to your AC as well. So as long as you're in the domain of dreads, you have that back again. But I think you already adjusted it before you went on holidays, if I don't remember.
Did we take a short rest in this whole conversation?
Yeah. You are taking a short rest. If you wanna roll some hit die, please do.
How long has it been since the fight now? Just
around an hour, something like that, a bit more. Actually, as well, while you're having this conversation and Van Richten is not here, a barman enters the room, kind of like a halfling with a tray full of drinks, bottles, tea, all selection of drinks. He leaves it on the table quietly, without interrupting, like a silent service, and he leaves the room. So you have drinks there and stuff as well.
Cool.
So our next step now is going to the castle. Right?
Yeah, potentially. We have. I mean, eventually we have to go there to do the ritual with the Strahd's blood.
Did Sway mention anything about Brick? I don't think he has, right?
No, what?
About Brick, about killing Brick.
Oh, no, not yet. I mean, like, I just really came first with the cube was the priority, so I wanted everyone right now.
Okay.
So now I can actually relate to everyone. And wouldn't you believe, just when I was walking, looking for the item to contain the eye, I came across our friend Brick, who I regret saving now because I had to dispatch him. So now he finally is reunited with his parents. They were planning something against us. No, that what it was.
Planning. Who was planning? Who?
Was
Brick and someone else?
Brick with one of the merchants or whoever it was. I'm not sure. Was it the thug or was it some kind of merchant? That's what I remember. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he was actually talking to some merchant that looks like a thug, so he's kind of both.
Okay.
Like very dodgy, you know. He had like a lot of scars on his face.
A leather apron. He had leather apron.
Yeah, leather, like a bloody apron.
I'm just hoping it's not Cyrus, Bell pipe.
Yeah. like he was chopping meat, you know, and you could see on his face like he was really enjoying it, like breaking those bones, you know, like almost dribbling from it.
Okay, did you hear what they were going to do or their plan?
Nice. Oh god. What was it? I'm sorry, DM. I forgot this actually. What were they talking about? Really?
Something
Make an intelligence check at
I mean,
advantage and add your
I don't really
proficiency.
remember what they were talking about, but it was right to kill them. That's what I remember.
Make an intelligence check at advantage.
Well, this
Add your
check is
proficiency, please, because it's gonna be good for you.
I'll just ask Lilith to. Sorry to ask once again. Would you mind repairing this armor?
Sure.
Alright.
So she'll take the armor and start mending it.
Okay, yeah. You start casting mending on the armor, and then Sway, you remember the conversation was like, okay, so what is the next plan of action? Do you have someone else to go with you to steal the eggs? And then his reply, I think more people are coming, but I've tricked them already, so I'm gonna be going with them. That's what it was. They are
So I'm just
fooled
gonna.
by me, something like that, on those lines. They trust me. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna relay that, and I'm just gonna say, I mean, yeah, I came there and I confronted him, and well, it happened so fast.
Make a faith roll as well. Just let me give very nice to you.
Oh no, sorry, I do.
Yeah,
sorry, the wrong dice I clicked.
No,
Divine intervention, you succeed.
Yeah, you
Oh
succeeded.
no, almost 20.
Okay, just going into his divine intervention, actually, let's be super nice here. You heard also for a second, do they know about the cave? But that's when, as before they said that, one of them asked the other, what about the cave? And then that's when you killed him.
They mentioned something about cave related to all of this. But as I said, I mean, like, I got really upset and I just did what I did.
You think maybe the cave where we came in?
Potentially.
So I guess somebody's going to go back and steal more eggs or something.
I mean, to be honest with you, I can... Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna take the trinket that I would have snatched the souls, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna find the trinket, actually, the brick's trinket.
All right.
I'm gonna hold it tight in my hand, and then I'm gonna kind of throw it on the floor so it explodes into the smoke.
Okay.
And his kind of ghost form appears from the
smoke. And you all see that like a brick appearing there, kind of like almost like a nauseous smell. It smells like really bad in the
I can imagine that you don't really see his ghost as such, but the smoke from the actual trinket kind of engulfs, and then you see the features of the ghost kind of.
Yeah. And you can see as well that on his head, he's got like from in his forehead all the way down, like his face has been like someone just stabbed him with a dagger on the face, pretty much. If you're okay with that, way.
Yeah. I mean, I would have wanted to see him, like how he upset me after I saved his life, and
yes,
it was so nice
kind of
to
like
him.
appears
I mean,
there, like Sway, you torture me.
Well, you piece of shit. This is what you get after messing with nice people.
Evil is coming.
But don't worry, I'm still a nice person. So I would allow you to reunite with your family, wherever they are. But first you need to answer my question.
You see, like he looks at you, hatred on his eyes, like loathing, looking at you. But he stands there, you know, he cannot do anything. What do you ask him?
What was that about the cave you mentioned? before you happened to be here, right? Tell me everything about the cave you mentioned.
There is a way. Safer way. To cross. A passage underneath the lake. I had the blueprints of the cave. The layer. Really? And then he kind of like expands on the smoke, engulfs
And
you
then
straight.
I'm just gonna, as he's trying to kind of attack me. That's what he's kind of trying to do.
Yeah, but then he can kind of unmaterialize, like he's like a, but then you see he dissipates.
Okay.
If you are
So
going
you-
to release a stink bomb in here, please let us know beforehand.
Van Richten enters the room of that moment, and he goes like, "Whoa!" And he kind of like awkwardly flashes, like thinking, "Wow, someone really farted
I
here."
point towards Sway.
Sway, the toilet is there. I said to you.
It's fine. I'm sorry. We had beans for lunch. It's
No. And you
for the last month, yeah?
Erasmus, both of you, Real and Safira, see Erasmus kind of like giggling behind him.
What did it
So-
say?
The others didn't see it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they saw him and not
they
hear him. Yeah, but you saw the smoke. But you didn't hear him. Only you heard him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Unreal, actually.
So yeah, so I managed to get some information out of him before he was gone. Apparently, there is a hidden safer passage to the other side, to the other realm, underneath the lake. It's probably. I'm gonna look at Van Richten. Kind of like he probably knows where is the lake closest by.
Yeah, you see that he kind of like nods his head.
If they are waiting to take the eggs,
Sorry?
we should. Can you hear me?
It's a bit crackly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
If they are going to take the eggs, we should get there quickly and stop them. The dragon will cause carnage if they are stolen.
Which eggs? You mean Frog-Eye Willis eggs?
I guess.
It's the only dragon around.
Yeah, it's his lair by the river, right?
Yes, since I haven't really. I just heard rumors that the fishers have been complaining a lot because he has been very aggressive. Normally, he's you don't want to have a big swim in the river as neither, but he's always allowed the fishing before, and recently he's been enraged.
Maybe he's just protecting his eggs. I mean, if they're going to crack to open soon, maybe they're
Yes.
ready.
Fortunately for us, we are in luck because due to the curfew happening in a couple of hours, no one will dare to leave the town after curfew. Actually, you don't know this, but here in Darkon, the mist is much more lethal than in Barovia. They call it. Of course, I wasn't gonna remember the name. Fucking hell, every time I'm gonna remember the name, I forget it. They call it. Oh yes, the Shroud. Every night from 5 o'clock, the Shroud overtakes the entirety of Darkon, and you are not able to traverse it at all. And if you were to do, you will die. So the whole world stops at 4 o'clock.
What's the time now?
Now it's 4 o'clock itself. So you think this
So in
is
an hour.
Yeah, in an hour it started. Yeah. From 5.
Then we should rest and go there in the morning when the mist has, when the shroud.
Yes, this shroud started when Azalin abandoned the domain. And since then, some people even claim that they saw the mist, the shroud itself, coming from the golden star in the sky. That's where it starts from, and then he overtakes everything, and hundreds, thousands of zombies are in this shroud, almost like merged on it. So every zombie ever raised seems to return and be taken away with the shroud to come back the day after again.
All right. Then Richten, we have.
But they don't attack like the buildings, right? They just they stay outside.
Yes, they are not able to break through. So all the buildings all the doors will be barricaded and everything, and so it should be commencing soon. And you actually, as he says, he should be commencing soon. Lilith, Sway, and who is the other one? And Saphira, who has the highest passive perception. You can hear for a few minutes already. You've heard like different noises coming from outside, like wood planking, things moving, like doors shutting, locks, all these different sounds for quite a while that you didn't really catch it until now where it comes from.
Are we okay to rest here, Van Richten?
Yes, I've actually took the liberty, as you know. I am always thinking of you. I took the liberty to hire a couple of rooms for you. I hope it's sufficient.
Okay.
It's all of me.
Which is my room?
But you'll have to share.
What?
Unfortunately.
Do you even know me? No.
Perfect.
I'm running downstairs to get my own room.
I mean, you are free, but unfortunately, due to I'm not actually sure, but perhaps they have rooms. Please feel free to try.
Sure.
Otherwise,
Really thinking as he goes downstairs. I hope I don't have to kill anyone to get my room.
okay. As you go downstairs, you encounter Merkel. He's like white hair, very pale looking, black underneath his eyes, kind of like very thin, and you notice he's got like some eyeliner and a little bit of color on top of his eyes and even lipstick, and you can make a
I'm exhausted, so
nature check if you want to ascertain which kind of creature he is.
yeah.
Maybe.
Oh. 9.
Yeah, you are unsure. You sense familiarity, so when you feel something similar to Sway's vibe somehow, but not really the same.
A good evening. Hi.
Oh, hello, my darling. How can I
Hi.
help you?
Oh, I wonder
So
if you
like,
can.
casual, passively.
I am in dire need, and you're my only hope.
Oh, you break my heart.
Oh, I need a room just for me, just for tonight.
Oh,
Just-
a room.
Mhm.
You look, you're dressed like a king. I guess I have this suite for you.
Yeah. Is it available? Is it empty? Is it?
Maybe. He looks at you.
I'll start getting my gold out. Like, I mean,
Oh yes, definitely, sir.
Mhm.
He kind of like kind of twinkles, and you see his like purple eyelashes, like lonely, like the fake eyelashes, kind of like move like. Yes, of course, yeah.
oh. So how much is this room?
It's only 20 gold pieces a night.
Okay, I will give him 3 platinum. Oh, 1 for you.
And he kind of like you see that when he does that, he kind of like rings this bell, and all this like you see all these kind of like girlfriends of hers, kind of like make oh yeah girl, you know? And he kind of like oh wow, I mean if you want something more private, I could come up, maybe send one of the girls to visit you tonight.
Just arrived in town and I'm really tired. Maybe tomorrow night. I mean, let me just rest for tonight so I can recover, and then tomorrow maybe.
All right, okay, honey. What's your name then?
I'm real.
Real who?
Tandris.
Okay, real tantris. Kind of like winks again at you. Kind of like you
I'm,
see
I'm going
that
to add,
his
I'm
face
going
like,
to make it worse. I'm going to add, where I come from is Lord Tandris, but you can call me just real.
Oh wow. Okay, Lord Tandris. All right. Pleasure to make an acquaintance with you.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, darling. Let's.
Oh,
So-
all right. And then you see, you notice that from the other side of the bar, there is this other guy that looks similar to him, to the one you're speaking with, but it looks much more like a butch kind of version, you know, like he's like walking in a overreacting his masculinity, like really like over the top, you know, like, and he looks at you, give you this look, then looks at the coin bell, and he kind of smiles to him, and then he smiles back, and then he
I
says,
will wink at
he's
the guy
so
and
jealous.
then say,
He's my boyfriend. He's like crazy. Since we adopted the boy, you know, he's been like out of control.
"Oh, you have a boy."
You saw his performance, didn't you?
Oh yeah, he was really good.
His
I mean, I missed
twinkle.
most of it, but yeah.
He's a rare origin like us, you know. It's very rare to find a light elemental like him, but he was an orphan, you know. We took him.
Oh, you're so good, I guess, to take him in.
You don't know how good I am, honey. He says, kind of.
I'm just
and he kind
starting
of
to, like,
touches
just-
your finger, you know, like
I'm just
you
waiting
have
for the
hand
key.
on-
It's like, where is my key? It's like, oh,
Yeah, and when he
I'm going
touches your finger, he
to
says,
fake.
"Oh, you're frozen."
Oh, yeah, that's why I need to go to my room to warm up. If I could have my key, and I'll maybe see you
Alright.
tomorrow.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh,
please.
no. This is going to go so bad. Persuasion with disadvantage. Yay.
Oh no.
That's a 3.
Oh, okay.
It was a 19, but it's a 3. With a
Yeah,
17.
as you kind of like try to move your hand away, he puts his own hand on top of yours. You know, like one of those things. And with the hand on top of yours pressing, he turns around, opens this little box there, and he gets this key that is called like a heart. Like it's in the shape of a heart, the actual back of it, kind of like a golden key. Okay. And he kind of like hands it over like that. Your key, Lord. My lord.
Oh, thank you, my lady. And I will take it and I will go up.
He kind of like makes like a reverence, you know, like what you would do to your majesty, you know. He kind of like bows a little bit with the neck only.
And I'll just run back upstairs. Like, oh,
All
okay.
right. Okay. He informs you where the room is. Is the room number 1? You know, it's called like and as you. Do you go to the room straight away, or do you go to reunites with the?
No, I'll
Actually,
go back to the others. Yeah.
While Real was doing this, will anyone else be doing anything, or what will you guys be talking about? I know Lilith went to change her oil. You kind of like saw her like.
I just want to ask Van Richten something.
Please go ahead.
I'll just be like, where we are heading? We are, we might be in, we may need help. It might be too much for us to handle. Do you have communications with people in Barovia? If we were to request support.
I mean, there is my allies from the Keepers of the Feathers everywhere in the domains of dread. And if you were, I mean, as you know, I'm extremely busy like always, but as I told you before, my course was to fight Strahd. You are not fighting Strahd, so if you want, I could go with you as well. I mean, I've already been waiting here for a week for you, so...
We may need as much help as possible. Yes.
Alright, so I could accompany you, and if you want, I could ask the Keepers of the Feathers to... I mean, what is the actual mission? Because I'm speculating here. I assume we have to go across past the monster to go to Avernus. You said the castle, right, Saphira? And he looks at you.
Yes, the castle.
So Castle Avernus is our destination, and what I mean, very, very dangerous endeavor. But what are we actually doing in Castle Avernus?
I look at everyone else.
Do you remember Exathander?
The Lich, right? From the Amber Temple. Your friend.
Yes.
Yes,
I look towards Rill. Is he back? He's not here, right?
At this point, Real is just walking in as well. And Lilith is also comes back from Shinier. You see that she has kind of like done some treatment to his her skin, and she looks like almost radiant, like a night cream with her for her artificial living skin.
Azalin Rex has not left Darkon.
What do you mean? He is not. He did leave Darkon. That's why all these calamities happen, right?
He left to cause this calamity. He is making deals with an entity far stronger than he is.
Which kind of deals? You mean he's? I mean, why will he do that? What is his motive, and how is this deals affecting us?
It affects us because... Wait, do we know that he's trying to make a deal with Vecna?
You guys assume he's you guys figured out as Ilric, yeah, that was the Ilric Salhonan, the other clone, kind of told you at some point that he had made a deal with an entity from the far realm, but you don't actually know whether Vecna comes from the far realm or not.
Okay.
But you also know the 100% that Vecna and Azalin are allied, because the Bagman kind of told you, so confirmed it.
This is all ties into the events that have been happening in the past few
And
days.
you also know that, even though it's very far back, that Strahd was meant to meet Vecna. He was the one who wanted to make a deal with Vecna himself, to leave the domains himself, and Vecna stood him up. And he was coinciding with the time with the star appearing, so it's kind of all could definitely make sense. But whether he's the entity he's made the deal with, that's an assumption.
Okay.
Could be something else altogether. So, as you are saying about, so Azalin is back, and he wants to do what?
That's what we're trying to find out.
He wants to rule.
Yeah, ultimately.
I mean, it seems like with everything that is happening with the star, so you think the golden star absorbing the souls and them appearing about the domains of dread is related to is in purpose? Is not a
I don't know. I think
coincidence?
because he wanted to live forever, so he created clones of himself,
Uh-huh.
and then somehow the clones became sentient and decided they didn't want to be copies, they wanted to be the real ones. So they left, and then it's not Azalin that's coming back, it's Seldrix Rex, which is one of the clones.
Oh wow.
So
I mean,
I think the star was like a side effect of him performing that magic.
I mean, I know from the lore. I did living from dark, coming from Darkon with you back when I was a child. Not that long ago, he says, like with this big smile. You were forced to study the history of Azalin Rex, and I know he came from a land far, far away, a different world altogether, and he wasn't treated very well. The people actually rallied him out as he was ruthless. What happened? His son was quite a rebel himself, and he betrayed his own father and tried to organize the rescue of some women who were held in their jails, on their prison back on his land. And apparently he was caught as he was trying to escape with these girls he rescued. And his father, King, His Majesty Azalin, Lord King Azalin, had him executed in front of the town to prove that he had no favoritism whether he was his son or whoever, and he publicly decapitated him in front of the town, the whole town. His henchman, this unusual creature who is now actually one of the guardians of Castle, along with other two who I haven't really heard of. But I know his executioner is one of them. They used to call him Juggernaut, the Juggernaut. And when this happened, the town rallied against him and threw him out and decrowned him and shamed him in a way that he ran and appeared somehow in Barovia. That's something anyone from Darkon knows. And he completely became ruthless. He takes pride on that. So I don't know why will he want to punish everyone else. Everyone is being nice to him here, no problems at all.
Perhaps just selfish reasons.
Yes, selfish reasons. I mean, whatever his thing is, so what is the solution? We go to Castle Ravenloft, Castle Avernus, and assuming we make it there alive, and passing, going through the lake, we cross, maybe, you said something about a secret passageway, assuming, that you will have reiterate all this as well to Van Richten when he came back. So we go underneath this layer of creature or cave or whatever, and then we go cross past these three protectors, the guardians of that protect Avernus, and go inside, and then what? You say except Thunder, who is evil, is now there waiting, and maybe Seldrix Rex, right?
Except Thunder is being controlled.
Oh, cool.
So we may need to stop him.
All right.
And help him. But the others, they can perish for their own mistakes.
Yes. And then once we are inside the castle and we slay Exet Thunder or whatever, I mean, he's your friend. Would stop him, not slay him, right? He is controlled. It's not really his fault, right?
We do not know the full truth, but we will find out.
But what do we have to do inside the castle? Still didn't get the reply, Cabal.
I look towards the rest of the party. I have forgotten.
Okay. So whoever, if any of you remember, you can say. Otherwise, all of you can. I'll tell you what it is. Otherwise.
I am going to do a history check.
Yeah, please. Or, yeah, even
History,
better.
yeah?
Yeah, make a intelligence check with proficiency. So not a history intelligence. So like a intelligence plus proficiency. So please, all of you.
Oh no.
He's like, oh no, damn it.
Okay, so you
17.
can. Okay, amazing. So 17 for Lilith. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so and I assume Darkalos probably remembers. All right,
15, yeah.
15. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Darkalos doesn't need to roll because he knows
Yeah.
shit.
So apart from you, Sui, actually you got a 14 as well, right? Yeah. So all of you actually remember that the main aim is to pour the blood of Strahd that Cabal has on the altar,
I know that.
and that will break supposedly will do revert what is happening, and then somehow will stop the effects of the castle, and somehow that ritual will destroy the stars that are the golden stars that are in the sky at the moment. Because Strahd was the first ever Dark Lord, so he's got a power. He domains are Barovia, and Strahd is the domains. That's why you couldn't. He was trying to trick you to destroy Strahd. That would have unleashed stars in all the domains by doing that.
Okay. We tell him that. Well, I tell him that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
whoever tells me. Because
Yeah, I guess all of you kind of say that on your kind of do one of those stories that you all tell a fraction of it, and then he goes like, "Oh wow, all right." So I mean, as far as I know, I've heard rumors that Esabeth somehow still roams Castle Avernos as well. Asalin Dragon.
The Black Dragon.
Yes. You heard of it too?
I have seen it. In a vision.
Oh, he is very powerful, and people say he's very, very delusional as well.
Do you
So
know of a dragon in the material plane in Faerun?
I know of quite a few, actually. Yes.
No, this one is nesting near near the Crimson Snows sanctuary. Apparently it has found its way there. It is not a normal dragon. It is what was it again? Elder dragon?
Elder brain dragon.
An elder brain dragon.
Elder brain dragon. How is that even possible? How do you know this? And why are we are in a time crunch? Damn it! I wasn't aware these are dangerous creatures. Do you know how to make an elder brain dragon, Cabal?
I mean, when a dragon and an elder brain love each other very, very much.
I am not an expert
I
in
mean-
love. Rill has been the one that likes to fornicate with fae and demons and devils, so he may know more.
Wow! I got this extra like.
the picture 1 second, like super embarrassed. You see that he's not very comfortable with sexual jokes. He just kind of like looks.
I'm just saying, it happened one time. One time.
When Elder Brain is absorbed by the dragon is not really there anymore. It's only Elder Brain now. He's just a puppet of it. So I have news. If you knew this dragon before, Cabal, if you know this Cabal, this dragon, he is no longer there anymore. He's only the Elder Brain now. I'm sorry, this is happening around you, Daggerfort, yes?
That is right.
And how is Esmeralda and Sina? Last time I saw them, they were leaving, going back to your world, to Ferrum, right?
I'm not sure. I have not spoken to them since as well. But I'm sure they're okay.
Yes, it's a bit weird, I'm not sure if you actually experimented this, but if I were to do a sending for them, for me, he will come the reply straight away, but it will take actually a few days on the real world time for it to get to them. It's very confusing, you know. So it's imperative we hurry.
Very well. Then I will go to sleep, and I'll get up and go to one of the rooms he's provided us.
Yeah, he gives you a key to two of you. He'll give you one key, as you are saying, to go in first, and then he will give Lilith the other key, as he always has trusted to you, Lilith.
Are you sleeping with Saphira?
No, I have a room. I'm just going to be down there. You know, it's the smallest room in the building. It's tiny. There is no space for anybody else. I'm sorry.
There is 6 of us here, so perhaps we should split in pairs.
No,
okay, it's fine. Okay.
No.
Okay, I agree. I go with Uriel. I go with Uriel.
Claudio says.
It's okay.
Okay, I guess. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Saphira has offered to share with Real.
No, it's fine. I already told Sway, and I don't want to break his heart. Sway, let's go, quick.
But then you're breaking Saphira's heart. Why would you do that?
But Saphira can go as well. I mean,
no, she cannot.
It's a king-size bed, no?
There is no space. It's a tiny room.
Saphira, you come with us, and with the mistress and I. He says to I mean, I'm completely asexual too, so let's go. He says to you.
Inside check.
Yeah. You don't have to make an inside check. As far as you remember, you never seen any beats on Claudio. I mean, you saw him. He's got a.
Yeah, but just because we haven't seen any beats doesn't mean that there are any beats somewhere.
Yeah, make an inside check. Go on.
I mean, I probably won't find out, but I'll try.
All right, amazing. And tell me what your roll, because your rolls don't appear in
12.
12. Oh, amazing. Okay. With that 12, you aren't sure, but you always know that Claudio is pretty much a professional liar, you know? So if he wants to conceal something, you probably wouldn't know if he wants to. But you see him like, you know, when he smiles, you see like the star, like in the cartoons, like cling, you know, like almost like a spark on his fun, you know.
I'm just going to go close to Claudia and said, just make sure you don't get caught because these 2 women will kill you. And I go.
He kind of like laughs and throws the apple he was eating. He just throws the eaten apple on the corner of the corridor, just like blatantly. And then and so let's say that you guys arrange yourselves. Just to mention that as you enter your room, Real, the whole thing is decorated like the gayest room that you've ever seen. Like there is pink materials, drapes, like the cover of the bed is like made of pink fur, like a Pink Panther motifs. The mirrors are like heart shaped with all these little diamonds on it. It's just like a gay Disney room. Yeah, but it looks super 70s vibe. Yeah.
Oh god, this is making.
Is there a nightie on the bed? and
Yes,
ready for me.
definitely.
Okay.
Is there a switch next to the bed where he flicks it and it starts vibrating the bed as well?
No, it's
No,
you know, it's
there is a bell.
bed.
There is a bell where people will come and vibrate it for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's like a water bell, definitely. Like you go on it, and it's like the whole thing. But your rooms, for the rest of you, they are just kind of quite humble, simple. You know, like a painting on the wall, the Holy Bible of the Morning Lord in there, and yeah, inside the bedside cabinet, a tiny lamp. You know, and it's quite comfortable, but nothing fancy. A window in each of the rooms. That you notice when you enter the rooms, all the windows have been barred and kind of like have the special locks already on. And as you guys go on,
No, I was going to ask Sway, why is there a mirror in the ceiling? And that's it.
yeah,
I don't know, just sleep on the side. I mean,
amazing. Does anyone else want to do anything before the long rest, actually, and then we'll go on break?
no, I just go to the toilet and then I'm just shouting for the Rio. Why they fucking having whips in the bathroom? What's this shit?
Yeah, the bathroom is completely laid in latex. The walls are latex. There's like a cushiony floor. There is like all leathers and kind of like things on the room hanging. You know,
Maybe
like
this is the
different-
fashion in Darkon. I don't know. They
They
like their accessories. I don't know. It's just like decoration. Yeah. Just don't touch anything. It's just decoration.
They
Amazing.
found the
Right.
book 50 Shades of Darkon.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Darkon, 50 Shades of Azalin.
Yeah.
Or even better, 50 Shades of Rex. Yeah, that sounds super good. And yeah, you see whoever is sharing the room with Bloodwick. I guess it's Saphira. Oh, you are? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Saphira has a room for her own in the end, actually.
Oh,
All
I
for
was
Lily.
with Lilith because I want to ask my item.
Okay, sorry, yeah, go on. Yes, I just got confused. So it's Real and Sway, Lilith and Saphira and Claudio, and then Bloodwick. So yeah, you see Bloodwick kind of like chaining himself there on the room, Cabal. How do you react to that, actually?
He's chaining himself to the what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's kind of like there is like a heater, you know, one of these metal all heaters,
What
and you notice
are
that
you doing?
Wait, Cisco.
Mhm.
The chains are coming from the head bedpost.
It's a kinky room as well. Yeah.
yeah, no, his room is more normal, but he's got like one of those heaters, but he's always had like chains and ropes and stuff like that. He's a captain, you know. He's a sailor captain. Yeah, and with the handcuff that you have on your ankle, you could actually open it and chain it to. It's got a second part of it that you could chain to this heater if you want.
Why are you doing this? I'm so confused. Cabal's just like looking at him like,
Just in case I'll run away again.
Do you have the keys to the handcuffs?
They open at will. I'll reply to them.
What's the
open
point of that? If you
Yeah.
don't open them,
Not
just
not the one on his ankle, but the other one is the one that he.
Basically, I don't want to do anything stupid and run away, get angry, start killing people.
do you feel like you are compelled to do that?
Yeah. I'm still getting used to the good life.
Get a proper rest. No need for that. If you do go and begin rampaging, I'll be here to stop you. I can assure you of that.
I'll just go sleep then.
I'll go to sleep too.
All right, Saphira and Lilith. Is anything you would like to do?
Lilith, do you have all my items that were?
Oh yeah.
Well-
She'll pull out just the regular bag and just kind of like, oh yeah, here are all your stuff.
Do you mind maybe holding on to it for now? But could I just have one of the books, please?
Oh yeah, sure. What book are you after?
The one that gives me wisdom. Sorry, I forgot the name.
Yeah. I forgot the name too, but it's the book of. It's in your character sheet actually.
The Tome of Understanding? Or...
Yeah, one is the Tome of Understanding and the Tome of. There is two.
Manual
There
of
was-
Body and Health.
Yeah, that's it.
That's Constitution, yeah.
Yeah. The Tome of Understanding, please. I might, read it tonight.
Okay. Are you able to move the pages, or do you need me to move the pages for you?
DM?
So you can, yeah. You have it's kind of unusual because you are incorporeal, but you are able the same way you are able to punch and bite. You are also able to move things
Okay.
and grapple things.
Yeah, I'll be okay. Thank you.
Okay.
You try and get some rest if you sleep.
I'll make a quick prayer and then I will be logging off for the day.
And it's like the sweet engine switching off sound now. Amazing. Yeah, and you grab your Tom Saphira and kind of like it feels kind of weird because you don't feel hungry at all or thirsty, and at the moment you're not able to eat and stuff. So reading all these things about food is making you feel a little bit uncomfortable as you go through the section of what is healthiest greens and which combinations and things. But you're still absorbing the knowledge. That is the important part.
Okay.
All right. And as you all kind of ready in your
No.
beds.
What do you mean? Is Real trying to fall asleep? I'm laying and I'm looking at the ceiling. I don't have the mirror there. It's only like next on top of his bed. And I'm gonna start rambling about what an amazing discovery I made with a raspberry jam.
Real, make a wisdom saving throw to see how you react to what Sway is saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him how I discovered this amazing thing and the magical properties of raspberry jam.
You managed to not to react Real to thinking that something weird is happening to Sway. Because your arcane knowledge is so high that you think like you managed to not to be outraged by his statement publicly unless you want to be.
I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't see me that I'm eating the raspberry jam. But in the corner. And I just put it away with a... Sure, yes, raspberry jam is an important component in the...
I mean, of course, that's why I went back and I bought, for everyone, because...
Yeah. Yes, and it lasts for a long time. It doesn't go bad quickly, so it's perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
And I leave my finger. Yes.
Amazing.
And then peacefully with a smile, like so super composed and happy, kind of with my achievement, I fall asleep.
Yeah, the last thing you hear as you fall asleep, Saucy, you hear from the door as you recognize the voice of the barman, Real, of the owner of Melco. That's so Saucy, like when he hears there is two men talking in the room, and he kind of like keeps walking past the corridor and going to whatever he's going.
I'm going to put a chair on the door so it cannot be open.
Okay, good. Amazing. And as the last thing we see is like Real putting the chair as the mist. If any of you, not that you outside of your view because everything is closed, you hear like this mist rolling, like the camera pans out from the inn and you see like almost like a hurricane of mist, and the mist itself is carrying these member zombies like howling like it's something a horror, like some of you with a high passive perception will hear the screams and the howls on the mist. And as that happens, we'll go on a little break. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in around 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more. See you guys soon, and thank you for being there. Alrighty, and we are live. Welcome back, and thank you for being there watching us as every week. We love that as much as we love playing D&D. That is what we're all here for a long time now. Cool. So as we go back into the scene, as these sounds of the mist rolling full of undead, howling and screaming outside, all of you are already on your sleep, deep sleep. Even you, Real. That is quite unusual for you. Still, since the change, since you are not fully the same anymore. And Lilith, you are in there writing your diary as normal. Claudio, you see him kind of laying down in the bed, kind of like completely asleep. Safira, who is not sleeping, is just continues reading her book without needing of any light. So you are in complete darkness, unless you have a little candle or something, I will imagine, and you are there.
Come on,
writing
DM,
your
give away
diary.
this candle.
Yeah, no, of course, there is a candle there, or light, if you want dim light, so you could have that. And you are attempting to contact Karsus. So how do you do it? Please elaborate for us, if you are cool with that, Neil.
Yeah, no problem. So she'll kind of finish writing in a diary. Why is she writing in a diary?
I don't know, that's what you do, like that's how you made it, like you have like a diary to Karsus, so instead of playing
Just
to him,
dictate
you...
to your docent.
Yeah. Day 200.
Yeah, so this will be on your diary, will be day 49 actually, because that's the days you've been in Barovia. I will imagine you will have started a new one.
Okay, what's this? Day 49, Warforged
Yeah.
logs or something.
Yeah.
The Lilith diaries. Yeah, I imagine there would be more of a mental, like, internal monologue conversation, rather than it being outwardly spoken or written, because then it kind of has that personal connection. So it would kind of she should start the prayer, and she'll say, she's been slightly troubled by the recent items that have kind of surfaced with regards to this undead wizard, and I'm assuming Carthus would already know, but she'd been propositioned to acquire his power in exchange for part of her limbs, but she's already been down that road of seeking shortcuts to power that is not meant for her, and the results that happened last time, she doesn't want to go down that path, where last time she ended up killing a bunch of kids. She doesn't want to have to do that, but maybe circumstances might lead her to kill them, kill other kids in the future. We don't know yet, but she'd rather have to make that judgment with a clear sound of mind and not be influenced. Off the back of that, she'll then continue her prayer to ask for maybe guidance or support with learning a spell that she'd read a very long time ago, but at that point in time wasn't really at the right level of skill or knowledge to understand it clearly. But now she's a little bit stronger and kind of thinks maybe now's the time, especially where there's a darker force trying to entice her with it. She would rather go through the normal or her proper channels and find out if that's something that's meant for her.
Okay. All right. As you are kind of like commuting and feeling that connection, you normally feel this kind of warmth when you speak to Karsus, like an inner peace within. But this time you feel fear, worry. All these different emotions keep entering your mind rather than the normal feeling of homecoming that you have when you commune. and you notice with your passive perception that is super high that one of the candles next to Claudio and Safira keeps flickering in an unusual way. And with the flicker of this light, almost like it feels like it's going on and off, but you realize Safira is right next to it, and she doesn't seem to even notice it. But when the candle flickers, you look at her, and even on her dragon form, and you realize that for a second, in the moment the candle gets brighter, her eye is missing. Still, the left eye. You look at Claudio, and you actually realize that one eye is closed and his left eye is missing too. And at this point, without even consciously, you touch your own eye and you find a void within. And in the moment you just get close to it, you feel like your whole persona is teleported somewhere. You see and feel that your soul is ripping from your body and it starts to fly away.
Oh.
Fly over the mist, over the shroud. You see the screams. Your whole spirit form leaves the house up through the roof, and you see this star on the sky getting bigger and bigger, like almost expanding as these zombies and shrouds scream. The whole land is completely covered, and far in the distance you feel compelled. You are not doing anything. Your body is just moving you. You are going towards the castle Lavernas. What do you do, Lilith? To you, Safira, you just see Lilith still as she was before. You just look at her and she's just there.
Well, then you see her put her hands together and kind of say Carthus's name out loud.
As you do say Carthus aloud, you have vision of a helm. The helm of that Carthus was wearing, the one that you always see him with it on all the depictions. And you see that helmet fracturing like a big crack. At the same time, Real, as you are with Sway, kind of like almost sleeping, you notice that the holy symbol of Carthus that Sway has with this sphere starts to hum.
Wait. I kick Sway.
Sway,
Yes.
as Real wakes you up, you notice the holy symbol that is in your bag of holding or pouch or wherever you kept it. You feel a humming coming from your back.
You're
Yeah,
humming.
so as I'm sleeping, snoring, Real kicks me, I jump on my feet, straight on my feet, with a dagger in my hand.
Are you going to
What's
kill
going
your
on? What's
bag?
going on? I'm not sleeping.
Your bag is kind of vibrating or something. If there's no snake in there, I'm going to. You're out.
You think of the toothbrush with the dildo-shaped toothbrush. He put it in his backpack and it's vibrating.
Are you stealing from the hotel?
So what's going on?
I don't know. It's vibrating. Your bag is vibrating. I don't know. I don't want to know. But if that's a snake, you're out of this room.
Why would I have snake? You're crazy. I'm gonna have a look inside.
Okay, as you have a look, open your bag and stuff, straight away the holy symbol with the sphere kind of rolls out with the chain behind it, almost like, and it moves towards your direction. Is coming towards you are imagine you sitting down. Before you can react, it touches you for a second, and as it touches you, you also see on your mind like a strong, like a almost painful, this helm, that you recognize being on the statue as well, and you see this crack opening like lava on it, almost like imagine the eye of the Lord of the Rings,
Yes,
but
so if
instead of being an eye, it's actually a helm, and in the middle of it, this lava crack is opening and fracturing more and more and more and more.
like in the kind of, like, as I said, like a kind of fit from whatever I seen, I'm just gonna grab Real's hand.
Okay.
What are you doing?
As you grab it real, you also are immersed in this vision as well. And you see this huge black room everywhere. Like imagine like when Merrin touches the ball of Saruman, you know, that kind of feeling. And all you see is like the helm of Harsus like fracturing and lava pouring out of it.
That's not good.
Uriel, I was dreaming about Amara and you brought me up to this?
It's your thing. Why do you still have it? You should give it to Lilith.
Lilith, we move back to you again. You keep seeing this vision as you are saying Karsu's name, and then you see that from the lava that is pouring out of the crack in the helm, it starts turning into water, and you actually see like a cascade of water and a pool, like a huge, imagine like a volcano, but filled with water, and the water is clear and transparent, almost shimmering with silver light.
Internally, she's trying to figure out what this means. If it's a bad sign, probably a bad sign if the helm is cracking. But then, if there's the translucent water, then that can't be too bad. So, I mean, if she has any control over where she's flying around or floating, then she might want to land on the water, on the surface of it.
Okay. As you kind of like make an effort to move towards it, you feel it. You are, you know, like you are breaking through lines on this veil. Like imagine like silver curtains that you keep going through, and as you go through each of them, the colors all around you change to a brighter, from the drab of the domains of dread to the color of the material plane again, and you feel it. You are not in the domains of dread. This is the material plane. Make a perception check as you get to the border of this volcano full with water.
21.
You see Cabal. How does the keep looks like? You notice there is a mount next to where you are, another mountain, and on top of the mountain there is a building. How does the keep of Cabal looks like?
So the Crimson Snow Keep, you see at the top of it, there is this cauldron, like a humongous, colossal cauldron with burning fire that is always lit normally, and the structure is actually built into the mountain itself. So there's a lot of snow covering it, and there is actually a drawbridge that takes you across into the keep itself.
Right.
Made of complete stone. Yeah, there we go.
And as you see this image with the flickering of the huge light on top of the actual mansion keep itself, also flickers, almost resembling the same way that the candle in your room was doing. And as it does, you look at the water, Lilith, and you see people swimming in the water, laughing, joyful, praying to Karsos. All of them are praying. Sounds like celestial, some kind of language of the gods. And they keep chanting and chanting and chanting, but this chant is making you deaf. The more the chant, the more the pain you feel within.
Does she, where she had been in the domain of dread before, and now she's in this location, is she feeling a closer presence to Kothus, or
yes,
is it
a very
closer?
strong presence, like almost stronger than you've ever felt it.
I guess with that in mind, and the growing chance, I suppose she would kind of drop to her knees with her hands covering her ears and say, "It's been a very long time since I've felt your presence this strong, and I do need your help. I've been lost."
Oh, I know you have been lost, child. I am here in eternal embrace. And you hear that voice, and it shocks you. You never heard Karsus speak to you before.
Oh,
But now, I am closer than ever. I am here. Pray with me. And he starts saying the same prayer that the people in the water are praying. Chant.
you see Lilith start to chant along with them.
As you start to chant along with them, you start to see almost the people you're looking at. They are made of two colors. Half of them is white, some of them is black, almost like a partition, like a line in the middle. Imagine one of those manga creatures, characters, you know?
Okay.
And then you see that the black part overtakes the white one, to a point that you see this white soul, like a spirit, starts to leave all the people in this water. You see that half of the spirits flying towards the distance. Make another perception check. You feel, as you look up, you see the sky is completely red, blood red. You see thunder, lightning on the sky. Okay. And as you look, you see a star, golden star, bigger than any of the ones you've seen before. And all these souls of this creature are going inside this star. As you keep praying, you feel a fragment of yours. You feel it is about to come out. Fear overtakes you. You are not sure what to do, Lilith. What do? You feel it. There is a part of you leaving towards the star too.
Can she use calm emotions on herself?
All right. You reach out, start doing the chants and the somatic and components for calm emotions. And as the spell takes over, there is a huge lightning, cracks, the sky, you see blood raining, pouring on everyone, almost like something where you fell in Barovia. For a second, you see the star takes a shape, and on the star itself, you see almost a face, but that face is missing a left eye. And then you are back in your room.
So you see it kind of where she was sat. She'd kind of jolt backwards, probably falling off the side of the bed.
Lilith, actually, Real and Sway, as just one quick second. You see when the water pours out of the vision in the helmet, the lava turns into water, like Lilith saw as well. But you guys don't see where the water is pouring. You just see it pouring endlessly into a black hole, like absorbed by the floor itself. But for you,
Does the
everything is
water-
black.
Are we close enough to touch it?
Yes. Would you like to go towards it?
Yeah.
What
Let's
about
check.
you, Sway?
I don't know, I feel a little bit startled. I don't understand what's going on. So I just grabbed kind of like, not like that I wanted to grab him, but it was kind of like an impulse that I kind of started looking into nothingness, and then I just grabbed what was closest to me. So I'm still
Okay.
kind of like a frozen, just grabbing Real by the hand, speechless,
Yeah, so you are
But
still
Real
linked.
understands it more, so he's more
Yeah.
calm. So he's
So you feel Real letting go, almost pulling you. You feel your hands are linked, and even though Sway, you try to let go of Real's hand, you realize you can't. As you look at the hands, you see both of your hands have merged into an arm almost together. And Real, you pull Sway without even realizing. Reach toward the water and put your hand on it.
Is
And
it
as
cold?
you do,
Oh,
Real,
Oh.
you feel something moving in your hand, inside your hand, for a second as the water keeps pouring. What do you do?
Can I see? Is there like anything like a fish or anything, or is it just
You
water?
could either try to grab it or you could let go. But you feel that it's for a second as the water keeps falling. Imagine, like, I don't know if you ever had this sensation, like, because I'm from the south of Spain. You know, when you put a hand inside a bucket full of fish,
You can feel.
that's the feeling, like a small fish, like a little
Sure, I'll try
chanquete
to
or
catch
something
it.
like that.
I try to
Alright.
catch it.
As you try to catch one, you slow motion, your hand moves slowly and you catch something inside your hand and you feel it wiggling inside there.
Can I look inside, like through a hole in my hand, and see
Yeah,
if I can see what it
okay.
is?
You wanna do like a hole and put it close
Yeah.
to you to see?
It's going to poke me in the eye, but yeah.
Make a dexterity saving throw as you and Sway see this tiny tadpole opens, like it looks like a slug at first, but then his mouth itself opens and you see like an illicit mouth that goes towards your eye, flying. You manage to dodge it, and
Would
as
I-
he flies off, go ahead, Sway.
No, I was just gonna say, if I see this on the other hand and this kind of trying to extend, I would just slap his hand, like, you know, like on top of
Alright.
his hand. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
that helped
Is my save to save from him or from the tadpole?
from the tadpole. So
Okay.
let's say that it would have been an advantage, but you saved anyway. Otherwise,
Yeah.
but you see this creature kind of flying into the void behind you, and then both of you notice that from this water is full of these tiny tadpoles. Make both of you can make an Arcana check.
I'm wondering if it has something to do with the elder brain thing. Am I rested now, or is it still hasn't?
Yeah. Let's say that you are, because it's been a few hours. You need less time, so this
Oh,
would
no.
have
It's
happened.
clearly a frog-like.
Well,
This is
15.
disgusting.
Oh, yeah, Sway, you think it's a frog tadpole. With a 15, that's sufficient. You recognize the tadpole being an illicit tadpole, real. And then that happens and the tadpole flies into the void. You guys are, both of you hear a thunder outside as the real storm starts in Darkon, in Rivalis, where you are. And then the vision breaks for both of you as well. Your hands break the link, and then you see the holy symbol of Karsus next to you, Sway, immobile again.
Real, what's going on? Are the frogs taking over now?
I don't know. I think there's. Remember, there's that elder brain dragon. Maybe has something to do with this. But Karsus is related, so maybe we should talk to Lilith because he might not need to see this holy symbol.
Okay, let's do it. I think that kind of makes sense.
I mean, in the morning, like when, right? Or is it the morning already?
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
it's
I was
not,
just gonna say, I was just
you
gonna
just
start
hear
teaching.
the rain pouring. Actually, let me put some rain. I have a rain sound here. Yeah, and you hear pouring. You look up for a second and you see the window. The mirror on the ceiling kind of gets in like a bit steamy. And then we move back to Lilith's and Saphira's room. As you guys, Lilith, you realize that Lilith is actually just moved in a very frantic way, like almost fell off the chair, Saphira, as you are reading the book.
Lilith, are you okay? She's gonna fly closer.
You just see kind of Lilith staring straight off into a distant point. And she's not quite focused yet, but she's trying to figure out what those visions meant.
Saphira's gonna reach out to Wing and kind of tap her on the shoulder a few times. Lilith, are you okay?
Then you see her eyes kind of refocus. Oh, Saphira.
What's wrong?
I had a vision whilst praying, and it's quite unsettling. I'm not quite sure what it means.
What kind of vision? What did you see?
I was praying to Carthus, but then that prayer turned into an actual conversation with Carthus, but then the sky just turned blood red, and the moon had the face of someone who's missing a left eye.
Yeah, the golden star, actually.
The golden star.
It was a golden star that wasn't there before.
Yeah. And it was kind of just absorbing all of the souls in the area, and it almost took me as well.
Absorbing the souls.
Yeah. And for that place, that shouldn't be happening. Not like that.
What place what do you mean?
I can only imagine that the place was Carthus's realm. And this particular wizard is absorbing the souls from that area.
You can see she's speechless. When I had the eye, he told me he needed as many souls as possible to be able to return. This is not good. This is not good at all. And the star, was it the same star that's out here?
It was a golden star, but it was very bright and very big in the sky. Like, it was a lot closer than that one out there. Right.
We'll have to tell the others.
Yeah. Let's try and just rest whilst we can then, and then in the morning we'll talk about it with the group.
Okay.
Okay, see, let's just try and find a comfortable place and just try and rest now.
Yeah, now you hear, as you lay down comfortably, you hear the banging on the door.
Yeah, I mean, Real told you in the morning. It's up to you if you wanna do it at night. But it's you haven't at this point completed your long rest, so
okay.
It's up to you. Will you be coming to Lily's room now?
No, I just misunderstood. I understood that we're going like straight away. That's what I understood.
Okay. All right.
So
knowing that, would you like to maybe hold back a little, or will you still go?
Yeah, I think in the morning is better.
Okay. All right. So the storm kind of like keeps pouring down, thunder, lightning, clearing the shroud and the mist. You will think that you don't hear the screams of the howling of these zombies as the mist clears with the rain, but they get even louder and louder. So as you all wake up, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah, you all have gained inspiration today, so this will be a good time to use it.
Oh no.
Is this something to do with being charmed or frightened?
Yes, actually. Frightened, actually.
Do we have a D8 inspiration?
Yeah, you have a game inspiration of today.
Yeah.
The DC, I'm gonna tell you, the DC is 16.
Okay, actually, I not
Oh,
use
you
the
have the
D8.
D8. Yeah, you also have the
Yeah.
D8. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so I'm
what
just
you
gonna roll
wanna
the
save. You remember the game inspiration doesn't stack, so if you need today, but you could use it later for something more important. Okay.
Okay,
So-
17 then.
Okay, 17. What about you, Lilith? That will be a 21. Cabal, you have
23.
823. Bloodwick, 19. Safira, you are actually mute to frighten, if I remember correctly, actually, on this form. Anyway, it's successful. So as you all wake up, you feel like this, your heart has been like, imagine like when someone has been like actually pushing your chest. You have this kind of like unable, you are not fully able to take deep breaths at first, and if you feel so scared, like something really bad is coming, like you feel it within you, and but you manage to, all of you, not take a point of fear. That would have been a -1 to all your rolls. And in the morning, as you start waking up, I will imagine, like always, how do you guys, who will wake up first and what will you guys do? So let's go one by one, if it's okay. Maybe starting with you, Mo, Cabal. How does Cabal react to it? You asked with Bloodwick. Bloodwick still remains chained to the heater. And you wake up, Cabal.
I will. Sorry, I was on mute. I
No.
will. My eyes will open wide, and I'll reach towards my chest as if there's something's been placed there to like pressure, and then I'll get up, and the daunting feeling will just continue. I look towards. First, I suspect.
Bloodwick.
Bloodwick Turtle. But he's still kind of caged. Sorry, he's still bound to the railing. And then I'll just look out the window and see if the mist has subsided, and see what else I can see as well. As if you said something is coming. Feels like something is coming towards us, right?
Well, you don't know.
That's how I feel. That's how
yeah,
I
no,
feel. That's
yeah.
what Cabal's
Yeah.
feeling right now. So he's
Okay.
like something might be coming towards us, so he's gonna look out to see if there's anything dangerous.
All right. So as you there's something happened. You realize that the room's shutters have been opened from outside, the same way they were closed from outside too. So as you look out this wooden kind of like through the window, I imagine you open it. Make a perception check.
Alright. I will make a perception check. It is not my best.
You see Bloodwick with the rumbling of you moving towards the window. He seems to be opening his eyes. And you just see, as you will expect, it's a relatively sunny morning for the domains of dread. So the clouds, you see the sun through the clouds, even though clouds are still above, like in front of it. And as you look in the street, you see all these people kind of like brushing the street. It seems like almost like water, like a flood has overtaken the town at night. You see quite a bit of destruction everywhere. And but on the distance, you also see this kind of like main square where you actually saw when you entered the town as well. And there is some banners and people are cleaning, and it seems like just like a very bad storm. But people are getting ready and setting up some kind of a stage. You see music already, some bards kind of like playing some notes as a training, and lots of movement in the town, making everything pristine. But nothing dark or something like that.
I'll go and move up to Water to Bloodwick, and I'll just nudge him awake with my feet. I'll just kind of like kick his foot to see if he wakes up.
Bloodwick, you are kicked, you feel it, you wake up like, oh! I mean, not kicked, like properly kicked, but he just kind of moves you. and then you see Cabal standing, looking through the window in front, kind of on top of you almost. Do you react in any way by Cabal awaking you, Buzz?
Sorry, I was on mute. I got morning. What's up?
We need to leave now.
Alright, let me go for a poop quickly.
I'll just walk out the room, start heading towards the other door. Wake
All
everyone
right.
up.
Yeah, you go to your privy and do your business, and surprisingly, all your stomach issues have subsided fully, and it's what you will expect to see a happy poo in the morning. Damn you! Why you do this to me? Roll a d100. Actually, let's make it fun. Why not?
What type of poop is this?
Okay. Yeah, just how would you expect it? Nice and healthy looking. No surprises on it.
Once I'm done, I'll just come here with Cabal and stuff.
All right, yeah. You see that Cabal. Cabal, will you be going to Lilith's room or Real's room, or just to the general area, to Van Richten's room?
I'll go to Lilith's room first, because it'll be on the same floor. So I'll go to them first.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you,
Knock, knock.
I imagine you knock in the door. So the two of you, Lilith and Safira, you hear a knock on the door.
I'll go
Yeah.
open the door.
Wait, you're going underneath the floor.
No, I'm going to open the door.
Oh, okay.
You could though, if you wanted to go through, you could actually pass through the floor, Safira, at any point, if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah,
open the door.
Yeah, so you see this spectral green, menacing dragon, like kind of grabs the door and opens it, Cabal. You don't want to see a dragon in the morning. It looks, but you can see that there was no sleep at all. She looks exactly the same. No signs of puffy eyes or anything like that.
You remain the same. Where are the others? Oh, I need to go get Real. We need to leave from here.
We need to talk before that. And Sophia looks at Lilith.
Should we head towards Real then? Are you ready to
Claudia stretches and grabs an apple from your bag, Lilith. Starts chewing like.
Cool.
Wait, you keep apples in your bag?
Yeah, where else do you put them?
Just for Claudia.
Well, yeah, because you don't eat.
She buys them for him, no?
Sure.
yeah, and we'll all head up to Sway and Real.
Okay, yeah. So Real and Sway, as you are doing your morning thing, Real, you don't really fully rest as such, so you are pretty much pretty awake this morning. What about you, Sway? Will you be awake by now, or will you still be sleeping?
No, I would be awake because I didn't have a good night sleep because I was then, instead of Amara, I was dreaming how I'm trying to swim to find the land in the sea of tadpoles.
Yeah,
And the
so
land is so close, I can see the peaks, I can see, but it's like, I feel almost like when Galadriel jumped into the sea.
Yeah, you feel actually like I describe, all of you except Safira, who is immune to fear, feel this kind of tightness in your chest, like someone was stepping on it while you were sleeping, pretty much. And you hear the voices of Lilith, Safira, and Cabal, and War Turtle kind of as steps approaching your room, the both of you, as you are awake. Actually, the storm has stopped, so let me stop the kind of stormy music. And change this to something a little bit jollier, and you hear them coming towards you.
Try to get the chair from out the table, from the door, so they can open the door.
Okay.
And then I'll open the door. Good morning.
Who knocked on
I'm
the
gonna
door?
make it in purpose put a very happy music.
I heard people coming, so I just opened it. Nobody knocked.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that situation when you're gonna, like you're gonna knock and then the door real is there with the door open, looking as splendorous as always.
Oh no,
Where
Real
they
said
go?
we hadn't even approached the door yet, and he just opened it. And I was like, hey,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
well, this is awkward now.
Oh, well, we actually need to talk to you, so do you want to come in? It's very pink in here.
I mean, I'm okay.
Oh,
I
it's
am
about
okay.
it's about curses.
Yes, something happened last night.
Come into the room then. Come in. It's
Wait, why don't we go to my room?
because mine is the biggest room.
Yesterday you said it was the smallest.
I lied. I just wanted to be alone.
Let's make
And
it
I
mental
look,
note. He's
I
lying.
look at Sophia like, with fear, like.
You notice as he looks at you, you notice that both Real and Sway has like like an odd piece of glitter, somewhere stuck to somewhere, because from being like in a room full of
There is glitter everywhere.
glittery decoration, and there is on the walls, have this kind of glittery coat that kind of keeps falling off, so you have a little bit of glitter around the both
Anyway,
of you.
come in. We have a little table and there's some chairs. There's like a little sofa. So, come in.
You seem
Yeah,
very,
going?
and you.
you seem very excited about this room.
I'm not excited. I just need you guys in here so we can talk.
Alright, let me
Something happened last
see.
night and it was wild.
You hear this kind of like monkey screaming, kind of like, and you hear Van Richter, "Come on, Piccolo, what are you doing this son?" And you hear like a rumbling in the room, like a monkey jumping from place to place in the Van Richter's room, a few doors away.
Hmm.
Come on, get in the room. Why are you standing outside
Why
anyway?
are you
look
standing?
weird.
Yeah, it's true. What's wrong with you people?
Oh, step aside.
Get in.
I'll
Oh.
go cautiously.
Yeah. She doesn't want to go in.
Yeah,
Everybody's coming in.
It's a horror, this room.
Yeah.
The brightest, glittery, like outrageous room. It feels like quiet for a girl like you who is not really into any kind of like
Colors.
dark sexual activity and colors and these different things. It feels like a room. It reminds you of the place in the hotel where you were staying in Dimiliu. It's got that kind of feeling, like a sex room in a way.
In my head, I was kind of thinking, I don't know if you watch Wednesday yet.
Yes, like the room with Wednesday, with this kind of
Yeah.
like the windows all got like a tint color and everything.
Yeah.
It's just way too much in your face.
Yeah. What? Why?
It's funny.
why
It's
are
just
there
like a
so
few
many colours?
minutes. Well, I don't know. It's the guy that gave me the room seems to like pink. I don't know. It's just there are theme rooms. This one is the pink room. I don't know. Just come in. It's for a minute anyway. You don't have to use the
Okay.
whips. It's fine.
It's fine. I don't think I'm proficient in whips.
Oh, you are proficient in these whips. I'm sure.
I
Anyway.
prefer the paddle.
Sure. Just you can just stand in the corner. It's fine. No whips.
Okay.
And I look outside to see if the guy that gave me the room is passing by, seeing all these people go in the room.
As you kind of take a peek, as you see, there is some kind of balcony, so you can actually, if you just stand there, you can see what's happening below. So it's like a two-flooring. So on the floor below, you see like a a very grumpy looking man, kind of like all his glamour is gone, he's got like
Oh no.
no makeup, and he's like brushing, like really pissed off, kind of like arguing with the other man that you saw, and they're like having a domestic. You hear, you were looking at him, why you always do this to me, why am I not enough, and like having a super domestic there.
Oh no, I'm going to hide from that. I don't want any of that. Just let's go in back in the room. Anyway, Lilith.
But then you notice that Van Richten's door opens as he kind of like proceeds to try to go downstairs, and then he notices you. He looks at you.
I just say, just either get in the room or go. Just decide right now.
Really? So imposing. Oh my god. And he kind of looks at you. You stay there, Piccolo, bad monkey! And he kind of like locks the door, kind of thing. And you realize that he's got like a breakfast, like a bit of food that has fallen on his jacket. So you gather that the monkey got upset and throw a bunch of food on him. And
that's
he's
the
like,
breakfast burrito. Is it?
Yes, the special Darkonian burrito. Can you believe it? It's all in my bloody jacket.
Yeah, it looks delicious, but I mean, sorry.
It happens sometimes. He just gets this morning. I don't understand why. He just woke up and he's out of control. Actually, I had horrible dreams last night. Really bad.
We had something as well. We were going to discuss it, so if you want to come in and I'll close the door and we can tell.
All right. Yeah, sure. And he kind of like comes. He kind of like says, breakfast for all of us. And you see the kind of like the van with the runny makeup looks at him. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Make breakfast, you bitch. He says to the other one. And you hear like something being thrown as you close the door. Like,
worst breakfast ever.
Angry breakfast. Yeah, it's gonna be crying tears like the chocolate movie. Now you're gonna cry when you have the breakfast. And you close the door, and you are there. Van Richten's takes a seat, and all of you are sitting down.
Something super weird happened to Sway and I last night. And we still had. Well, Sway still had the holy symbol of curses, which
I'm gonna take it out now.
we were going to give to.
Talking, I'm gonna pick it up.
We were going to give to you, Liz, but I guess we forgot. But it was making noise and vibrating, and Sway touched it, and then he touched me. I didn't give consent, but it was okay. And we had a vision.
Rocks everywhere.
Where is this leading to?
Lilith looks
we had
at
a
Sway
vision.
very sternly. She feels passionately about consent.
We had a vision about Carsus's helmet breaking, and there was like lava or magma coming out of it, and then it became water. And then I touched the water, and there was like a tadpole or something that attacked me. Like, it would look
I killed it though.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah. It was your dream, but in my dream, I just got away from it. And
that is very peculiar. I had almost the exact dream. Maybe not a dream because I was talking to Carthus and then the sky turned red. But yes, there was a helm which cracked and lava was coming out, but then the water that came down was crystal clear. So maybe we had the same vision from different points.
I don't know. I was thinking about the Elder Brain Dragon because Illithid and Elder Brain. There's a connection.
Did you see the golden star turn into a face that was missing a left eye?
No.
And all the souls in the area were being sucked up towards it.
No, I think we didn't get that far. We could just only see the bit about the helmet and then the water, and then we came back.
Okay. Where and when did you find this pendant?
As you look at it, Lilith, just quickly, it looks like that you will expect your holy symbol to be, But instead, imagine if I put the holy symbol, this one that I have here, I just enclose it on a crystal ball. That's what it looks like. And then
Okay.
it's got a chain, so it's surrounded by a sphere. So the holy symbol seems to be floating in this sphere, like the chain still comes out of it. So
Okay.
it's different. You've never seen a representation of your holy symbol like that before.
Yeah. So that's very unusual. Where did you say you picked this up?
In the
It
church.
wasn't the statue, right?
Yeah, when we came out, remember we were at the Burgermeisters, and then there was fire, and we went underground, and we followed this tunnel. It came out in a church, or it looked like a church, but there was no kind of icons or anything. But there was a statue of a black creature, like black hooded person, and he had the helmet, but we couldn't get it. It was part of the statue, but he also had this holy symbol, and we were able to get that. And then Saphira died, and apparently it was the statue, but we didn't see that.
Okay.
What do you make of that, Lilith?
I'm not too sure. It's a little bit disconcerting that where I was in the vision, it seemed like I was in a realm with Carthus, and then a certain wizard kind of almost invaded that space, and then the souls that were there were being drawn towards it. Saphira said that the wizard needs souls to come back to his original power, so that's very concerning.
You know as well, Lilith, you remember this story that you studied when you became part of Karsus' flock. When the calamity happened in Aura, when that meteorite exploded on the planet and destroyed everything, you know that all the gods somehow got involved slightly on it. Even they couldn't really stop it, but they tried. And it says that the helm of Karsus was lost on the calamity, on the destruction, and never to be found. But he still was represented with his helm. But if that was to be still existing somewhere, it would be a very powerful magical item.
That would be interesting. I don't know. And she looks up. Cabal. I don't know. This is really bad. Like, there was a moment where all the souls were being drawn up towards the golden star, and I could feel my very being pulled out.
It seems like this is all connected.
I think so.
Maybe we should just start making our way to our destiny to see what it will reveal. We need to get Saphira back as well.
This is really uncanny. I've never heard anything like this. On my dream, I was drowning in a lake. There was water everywhere, and I was trying to come out of it, but I couldn't. I was like stuck on it, and I tried, and I was drowning all night. And just based off how my Piccolo is acting this morning, he must have had some kind of dreams too. I don't know. He does dream sometimes. And farts at night, he says. Do you think that the fact that these things are related to each other? Is this seem familiar for you, this place, to any of you? What did you see? What was the place, Lilith? You said you went to outside of the domains of Dread. Do you know that place?
It kind of looked like I was above and beyond all of the domains of dread. And then there was a huge helm of Cthulhu. And then that helm just kind of cracked. And from the crack, there was lava seeping out. But as it went down, it was just water, clear crystal water going into a pool.
Damn. I don't really I don't remember any place like in a mountain, a pool inside some kind of like what you are describing. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's got something to do with the dragon that you were mentioning, Cabal. The elder dragon. Don't these creatures I don't know. I feel like I'm metagaming here.
What is that?
Yes, it's a weird thing, but I feel like I know things that I shouldn't know. Yeah.
Wait, do you hear that? Do you hear that?
What?
Oh, it's the metagaming pigeon.
Oh, it's there again! Damn it! It keeps following me, and then you realize that it's the pigeon is kind of like you look at the pigeon and you see Erasmus holding the pigeon, kind of like that, and making it like go like kind of pressing it so the pigeon keeps going like, oh! Every time he coos, it's like he is actually Erasmus is kind of like doing it, and he smiles to only you two, Saphira and Real. So I see that. All right, so what should we do? I don't feel in a very festive mood. Should we just pass by this event, get whatever reward they're giving us, and just get out of here? I have visited my son's grave and my wife's already a few days ago, so I don't really need to do anything else in Darkon. I visit my shop as well a few before that, so everything is going well there. So yeah, the May Grove sisters still look after my shop. I have an arcane shop here in Ilaluk, actually. There is another. He will explain. There is another settlement within Darkon.
I suppose let's do what we need to do and not stick around longer than we have to.
All right. We just don't want to upset these people. It's my people. We never know. Maybe one day we will need their help. So we shouldn't insult them by not attending the celebration. But I promise you I will come up with an excuse and we will make it as brief as possible. All right?
Okay, yeah, maybe say there's an emergency somewhere that we need to go to resolve and we can go.
All right. So just to confirm here. So once we pass this thing, the plan is just to kind of like overcome the lake. Or you said that there was a cave. What do you know of this cave? Do you think there is a different way? As far as I know, the only way since we destroyed the bridge to cross Avernus, that no one is done since because there is no bridge, is to going jumping over the rocks of the lake. But then the creature is gonna be there, and as we all know, it's become a bit aggressive at the moment. So it could be a quite dangerous endeavor. So, is anyone else have any other plan?
Not really. I think we should just get ready and go.
You all know from the spirit that there is some blueprint somewhere, or you could assume that it could be from the entrance of the cave. Maybe it's the part that you didn't explore, where you saw the bear claw marks and all that time. But that could connect with the sewers as well somehow. You assume that already as well.
Okay, so let's. Maybe we could ask someone who is from here
I
Or
mean,
maybe
Well,
I'm
I think he said that he had the blueprints, but nobody knows about it. It's kind of a secret. So we have to either find the entrance or just find the blueprints. If he had them stashed somewhere, if the house hasn't totally burned down, maybe he put them somewhere safe where they wouldn't be burned. I don't know.
That sounds like a good idea. Perhaps we could sneak in. Is any of you, well, I know Sue, you're very good at sneaking. Maybe it might be a good idea for you to do that right away and see if you can actually find something there.
okay. So I'll go and yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so we will convene in the main square, and let's say half an hour. Actually, wait, Sway, and then you see that breakfast has been served. There is a huge, like, plates with a very boring kind of like toad on the hole kind of dish. You know, the gravy is not really well prepared. You feel it like it's been thrown on the plate. You know, like a lot of anger on this dish. But each of you has like a portion of toad on the hole with peas and carrots, something like that.
Okay. We'll have that. Oh, can I ask Van Richten if there is a Blink's shop here? We have seen a lot of toys.
Blinske, I actually was quite surprised. I did see quite a bit of toys myself around too, but I don't recall any shop being here. I don't really understand. Neither.
I guess I'll go and talk to children later. In a non-pervy way.
All right.
There it is.
Does anyone else? Oh, sorry. You go, Neil.
No.
Okay. Is anyone else want to do something before we finish tonight's session? Otherwise, we'll leave it here as you guys have your breakfast and prepare to attend this quick celebration and go towards. And Sway is divided, gone to the house of the Bergam, the kind of what is left of it, looking for this blueprint.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good place. Kind of like we just eat a breakfast, then kind of
All right.
leave towards whatever. So I split from the group and I.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll pick it up again in the same situation. So I split from the group and everyone else going somewhere. Cool. Very nice, guys. Very cool session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for. Sorry, go on, Neil.
Nothing from me.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks for all of you who is always here watching us. It's been a pleasure hanging with you all. And also thanks to James Webster for his great art and Darren Curtis for his epic music. Please give them your support. Their Patreon is in our channel as well. And we hope you have a great week. See you soon again. And until then, stay magical. Good night.
No.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.